Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the table. I hope you're all doing well out there. Um, let's go ahead and get the side YouTube nonsense out of the way. If you are over in YouTube land, please hit that like and subscribe button below. Leave a comment. It actually helps the channel massively. If you're over here in Twitch land, hit that follow button. My Twitch link will be in the description below, by the way, YouTube. I believe it's there. If not, it's Twitch. Well, it was just on the screen. Go look at it. Um, Also, feel free to join my Discord server. It is live, and you guys can come hang out. And if you're a fellow VTuber, you can advertise yourself there. Hint, hint. Either rate, welcome to the table. Hopefully, you guys are taking care of yourselves. Hopefully, you're all doing good out there. Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and hop over in the game room, and we'll go ahead and get started with episode 37 today. And I guess I should probably warn you guys. Mandatory overtime and very little sleep may make this session a little weird, and going light by. We're live, and I I'm Doritos apparently. Oh, those. Some of those are really good. So I'm not the only loopy one tonight. That's fair. Uh, I don't that why does that make me feel both uncomfortable and disgusted at the same time? Just buy a box of mashed potatoes. There you go. You got your thing. But okay, should we transition to Darren's story time? Okay, intro incoming. Here you go. I'm still proud of this, damn it. I only spent half a day on it, but I'm still proud of it. I think it's pretty, even though it's kind of not 100% pretty. It's all you, Darren. Yeah, that reminds me. When you find it, can you send that stuff to Viv? We'll, yeah, we'll, okay. Well, yeah, yeah, indeed. Hi, we've met God.
or the Preserve in order to obtain a certain scroll from the Druids.
So, you might have to start over.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Eh?
I should have bothered you about your mic.
Oh, no, I was muted.
Discord was muted on your end?
Yeah. Which is weird because the
Rip.
desktop audio is fine. It was just you guys.
Flails at you.
I'm sorry. I'm a VTuber, and in my defense, we're about 30 minutes from me being up for about 36 hours due to medical things.
He's Aaron.
I have 12 pages to get through. We're blitzing this.
Go. Speedrun.
So, to recap last session, session 36, shopping, spell success, and travails. As Cirrus returns from her meeting with her ancestor, Minuet asks how it went. And she informs that Ancestor says hi, threatens to bring suffering upon the crew and everyone they know, and yada yada yada, par for the course. We aren't very impressed. I mean, they're very full of themselves too. They called the Fallen Archon we witnessed a lightweight, and just, we don't care. We just move on to the next order of business, which is where do we go next? Several suggestions being going to Into the Mist or over to Sedan. Cirrus wants to go to Northtown or to the Preserve in order to obtain a certain scroll. Ixodros points out it may not be a good idea to head to Sedan just yet, and Minuet pipes up that there is a ship for the crew to go after. This is an immediately more palatable option than potentially throwing themselves into imminent death, so everyone agrees on that. Given Cirrus is seeking a higher tier Divine Magic Scroll, it's pointed out the druids she's looking for are unlikely to be at Northtown. Ixodros remembers she has a contact with a shop in Dimburg nearby that will trade magic items for certain memories of a certain dragon. With choices made, the crew leave the restaurant and go back to the ship, plotting a course for Dimburg first. Thankfully, it takes almost no time at all to fly to Dimburg, and even more thankfully, it has more standard prices for docking. The crew paying 5 silver for a medium security dock. The docking is apparently so cheap because there's plenty of corporate people that come around. Tons of personal vessels and houseboats are docked, so it's no surprise that it's cheaper. In fact, the Lunar Nimbus somehow gets wedged into a spot where they didn't even think it would fit initially. True to its name, Dimburg is a very boring, plain city. Aside from those homeless on the streets, there aren't really many people about, most of them working. The captain vaguely recalls the name of the mage they're looking for is James Halad, and that their shop is connected to some door somewhere. Rummaging through her things, the feline pulls out a business card meant to lead her to the shop. And we follow the business card as it gives us directions, until Minuet spies what seems to be the blind dragonkin merchant everyone is friends with. They're standing down an alley, looking like he's dressed in business casual, having a cigarette. But what's most startling about this is the guy has no blindfold on, revealing striking violet eyes. Well, Minuet pauses, pointing out he sees someone he thinks they know, and begins to approach the dragonkin. I'm going to remove the one there. As the fox gets close, the dragonkin greets him, stating he doesn't have extra cash if that's what Minuet wants. Minuet states the Black Scale Dragonkin looks familiar, prompting the fellow to describe the crew know. Apparently, the merchant is the dragonkin's twin, and states that he needs to go find his twin since they got lost again. To which the crew's kitsune informs our new violet-eyed friend that his twin is tending the farm in Mikilfiri, which surprises him. Also, this is just an assumption. We have no idea if the twin went off anywhere. There's some brief conversation with this child of Erebane, and it appears he's just a regular safety consultant, and only the truly blind merchant dragonkin messes with things he shouldn't. A business card is offered over to the crew should they desire the dragonkin's services to check over their stuff. This son's name is... oh god, I could pronounce it better a minute ago. Nemidovov. And he informs the crew his twin's name is Peridovov. The name seeming to be some sort of play on words in Draconic. Minuet pockets the business card and thanks Nemi for it and their time, informing them the crew is searching for a crazy mage. Unfortunately, that doesn't really narrow things down, and Nemi excuses himself a short while later to get back to work, and expresses his appreciation for having met the Lunar Nimbus crew. Going back to following James' business card, the crew finds what looks like some sort of strip mall, specifically stopping in front of an abandoned bookshop. Opening the door, the crew enter, and are welcomed by the proprietor. Looking up, James expresses mild delight at the crew's presence and asks if Dat has been up to anything worthwhile he ought to learn about. There is a brief synopsis of some amusing events that might be shared, and then James asks what the crew are looking for. Cirrus is seeking a scroll of Hallow, and Ixodras is looking for scrolls of Speak with Dead and Phantasmal Killer. James digs through his collection of scrolls, but is only able to pull out Speak with Dead. Unfortunately, Hallow is not an oft-asked-for spell, but he can tell Cirrus where to get such a scroll. As it turns out, the druids aren't ones to share it. Rather, there are some clerics in Big Timber that the crew could go to, and also the clerics in Serenity All-Threes. These two locations are the best bet, though technically the crew could still go after the druids for the Hallow spell. Darren explains in a drawn-out manner that the druids may take a while to decide on whether or not to allow the crew to obtain the spell from them. However, it seems Cirrus would still like to try them, since they are the least out of the way compared to the other options. Take a note of this decision for later. The Tiefling also briefly laments that she is not yet a strong enough cleric to hallow the ship herself. Since they're still at the shop, Minuet asks if James has a scroll of glitter dust, causing Darren to whirl on him with a glare. No glitter on the ship. James groans and slaps the scroll on the table, stating that he doesn't like Minuet for asking for it, but he does have it. Unfortunately, the fox isn't quite willing to pay full price for such a spell. Ignoring the plight of her crew members, Ixodras asks after 2 more spells, and James surprisingly has both in stock at the moment. Since Ix is conducting more business, James relents and halves the price of the glitter dust scroll for Minuet, who then chooses to purchase it. The fox then goes on to ask about a scroll of Akashic Communion. While he is not a strong enough bard to cast it, he would like to have the scroll all the same. Unfortunately, James doesn't have that spell in stock, not that keeping forbidden knowledge from a wily fox is a bad thing, technically. Instead, he acquires a scroll of Ancestral Gift, eating into a chunk of his funds for it. When their business concludes with James, the crew thank him for his time and patience and leave to head out on the next leg of their journey. It is decided that the crew will head towards Maker's Den in Milieu Manufactorum to stock up on further supplies for potential misbound travels. Given there is time before the end of the day, Darren pulls Cirrus aside to test another new spell, though unfortunately it fizzles out before any real effect takes place. It takes several more days of research during travel before Darren can try again, ensuring Cirrus is present. This time, the Dragonkin is successful in enacting the spell, creating a roiling, stormy shadow at his feet that follows him about. When he moves near Cirrus, the cloud shadow zaps her and he beams at the success, declaring Cirrus's own spell is now complete, offering to teach it to her in his spare time, or at least make her a scroll. Da-da-da-da. Spell get.
Ba-ba.
We-
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh wait, I still have another 3rd level spell to get through before I get to Minuet. Haha, I don't have to change the pricing yet.
Yet.
Once the crew reaches Maker's Den, they go about performing some bulk purchases to supply themselves for future endeavors. Minuet specifically is about looking for brass piping, finding he's able to buy a pallet of the stuff for relatively cheap. Darren checks the filter stores and goes to shore them up. In the end, Darren splurges and gets 100 12-hour filters and 100 6-hour filters, while Minuet gets 3 whole pallets of components for the arcane engine. Cirrus, rather, is looking into some more mercantile needs, wanting raw materials to sell in Nickel Fury. Darren obliges, and knowing that metal is valuable there, purchases 1,000 gold worth of steel sheets, resulting in 5 pallets of the stuff being sent to the ship, each pallet about 50 pounds. In contrast, I already mentioned that Minuet got 3 pallets of brass piping. I can remove that note. It takes another 5 days or so.
325 pounds to be exact.
Yup.
Yep, you guys are
takes
actually
another-
doing a mercantile thing.
We do it now and then.
It's been a while.
It takes another 5 days or so to get from Maker's Den to fly down to Sedan, in spite of the protests of the captain, who decides she will remain on the ship while the crew are there. The Lunar Nimbus docks at the medium security dock, which in Sedan costs a single gold piece per day. All of the biggest manufacturing is here, including the big corporations. The sky is kind of gray, and the air smells bad too. Pulling into the docks, the crew see manufacturing plants upon manufacturing plants. Darren and Minuet slip on their masks out of propriety, though Sirius seems more used to this sort of thing. Dat, however, goes down into the hold and hides in a box, claiming he doesn't feel well and asking for chalk so he can cast non-detection on the box. Sirius obliges the Roboodle, who then scribbles all over the box and asks that Ix sit on it. Darren goes to inform Ix she has a special chair before he, Sirius, and Minuet head out to investigate Stan. Before heading anywhere, the Dragonkin checks the special compass, insisting Minuet ask around with the locals and Sirius see if she can't find any newspapers detailing the power fluctuation event. While he's unable to look inconspicuous, Darren is able to get a good idea of distance and direction of where he needs to go, but needs another point of reference to be sure. Sirius is able to find a newspaper that tells her an unnatural influx of energy passed through the production facility of the power company, trying to explain away the fluctuation weeks ago. Unfortunately, Minuet isn't able to glean much from the locals, most of them stating that it's the power company's business. The three reconvene and share their information, Darren letting the other two know that he needs another reference point across the city to triangulate where they need to go. So the trio head across the hazy city, finding some unpleasant tenement housing and the first sign of people actually living in Sedan. With Minuet's expert navigational skills, they're able to figure out where the compass is pointing, though they lack a city map to aid them. As they pass through the city, the three walk under the gates of Sedan several times, seeing a bunch of shops selling junk that is Kitsune associated, or so the merchants would proclaim. Plenty of tourists find Minuet's garb appealing, but it's not entirely pleasant for the Kitsune to experience all the cultural appropriation. Darren slips into a corner store for 5 minutes to get a city map, leaving Sirius and Minuet outside only briefly. This is a bad idea. In this time, the Kitsune starts playing his Bawu, and by the time the Dragonkin returns, he sees a crowd of tourists surrounding his friends. Minuet is wearing his mask, playing his Bawu through it, and has already earned 5 silver. Sirius seems completely fine with this, even as merchants go after the crowd, spouting random bullshit to fleece the tourists. It's about an hour before Darren starts to get impatient with waiting, but thankfully Minuet notices this, or is tired of playing to the crowd, and gathers up his earnings, excusing himself and Sirius from the throngs of people. He made a total of 1 gold and 8 silver, which isn't bad for an hour of performing. After the map is marked in the general area of where the compass points, Darren surmises based on information they're looking for the power company plant. It's debated whether or not the trio should look into the plant, Sirius noting it would be a good idea to at least see the location. With that agreed upon, they go on the move, with Darren leading the way, keeping the pace brisk so as to avoid being away from the ship over long in this place. Back at the ship, Ixodras has been sitting on the box for about 2 hours, Dat quiet beneath her. Knocking happens, and Dat asks if it's unusual to feel tingly sensations, asking Ix to look up on the top deck. The feline obliges and finds a letter left at the entrance to the ship. Squinting, she picks it up and notes the letter has her father's seal on it. It's a letter from her father with 1,000 gold stipend, telling Ixodras to get a terminal. The letter goes on to tell her that her parents' divorce will be final soon, and her father will be going on a journey once that's done. To see the world he never saw, or so the letter claims. This prompts Ixodras to consider writing a letter back. When she returns below deck, she grabs a journal and returns to sitting on the box and writing out a letter back to her father. Mary the chicken is also just pacing around the box. Throughout the day, Dat keeps asking Ix to check on places on the ship and being nervous, which is understandable given where we are. Back with the others, past the gates of the city, they move toward their goal. The trio go into an area where they see cleaner warehouses that have things that look like yards and have spaces to park carts and basic personalized vehicles. They come upon a building for Tralar & Co. On the side of the building, it proudly spouts that it provides power to Sedan and is the company responsible for the crystals that power so many things. There are tours that happen twice a day, though apparently only through the back entrance, as the front is heavily guarded and has fences with barbed wire. Darren grumbles and asks the other two if they should really waste time with a tour. Cirrus senses no need. Minuet insists upon it. To settle things, Darren asks Cirrus to flip her coin. Heads they leave, tails they stay. Unfortunately for Minuet, the coin lands heads. After some consideration, Minuet gives the ritual dagger from Death's ritual to Darren and says he'd like to go on the tour. Darren tells the fox to be safe and inconspicuous, Cirrus telling him to be incredibly loud if things go to shit. Confident, the fox shows off he has a signal horn if he needs it. Hopefully he won't need it, and he can just take the tour without issue. Going into the tour alone, Minuet uses his sleeves and many garments to look as weebish as possible. He completes the look by shifting into his human form. You know, that form we've never ever seen.
Surprise.
A group of people and children soon gather, and a tour guide soon arrives. With a piece of metal with a number on it, she places it close to the door, causing it to unlock. The first room is some sort of meeting room, or at least an imitation meeting room made to appear as professional as possible. As the tour really starts, the guide presses a panel, causing an illusion of a well-dressed elf to appear. The illusory elf introduces himself as Arathorn Trelar. Arathorn's father started the company almost 300 years ago. Tralar & Co. are the company responsible for the devices that take energy from arcane crystals and utilize it for myriad purposes. He also utters a warning that the tour will only show certain areas, as many are restricted in the plant. A little jingle sounds as the illusion vanishes and the tour proceeds. The elves and dwarves are seemingly responsible as the founding races for the technology and magic used in arcane crystals, and the extraction of energy thereof. Tralar is responsible for the production of all devices used by corporations. The tour moves on to a space to view a room with many unusual cylindrical devices. The cylinders have unidentified crystals in them that draw power from nature, so it can be filtered through the plant and used to power the city. Minuet isn't fooled for a second, because if the cylinders and crystals are so great, they'd be used everywhere. Tralar is either just bullshitting people or just showing off a green front for the public. You know, like a bunch of businesses do, instead of going actually green. The crystals in those cylinders would take years and years to grow normally, and if it does work that well, people should be pissed it's not in use everywhere. Next on the tour, the guide shows and explains the slots and devices and how they work. Minuet notes that the devices being produced on lines have something done to them by elven mages out of sight before being placed back on the line. As the Kitsune learns, Tralar & Co. sell their devices at a very low price compared to competitors, specifically because they have competition, even though they produce all the devices. As the tour starts to conclude, the tour guide hands out arcane crystal slots for free to everyone at the tour, and moves on towards the gift shop where a big mascot crystal with googly eyes can be seen. Minuet takes the time to buy 7 arcane crystal slots in the gift shop. He pauses and looks at the mascot, tempted by the cheapness of the mascot plushie, and purchases 2. Looking around, the fox finds a few books in the shop, picking out one that at least appears to be a biography of the company, which is dirt cheap. A fizzy yellow drink and candy bars also catch his eye, so he grabs some of that too. At this point, it's been around 45 minutes, and Darren and Cirrus start to worry just as Minuet comes out with all his gift shop crap. He gives Darren the book, and Cirrus the fizzy drink. Darren sighs, and Cirrus facepalms briefly, the tiefling asking if they learned anything from the tour. Minuet informs that a lot of what's going on is fake or bullshit. Also, lots of swearing this time. But he does now know the company locks work on a badge system. And he learned about the owner of the company, somewhat. Some thoughts are had about ways to get a badge/key card, but for now they are shelved since the crew aren't in the market for storming the place yet. Before they leave to share what they've learned with Ixodras, Darren asks Cirrus if she can use detect magic to double-check the building. It is where they need to be. The aura of their target would still be palpable. Minuet offers to do so in her stead, prompting Darren to apologize to Minuet and to Cirrus in advance. As the fox looks at the building, he sees a void where the ambient magic should be in the area, as if consumed by the power plant. The only thing this can mean is that there is some sort of anti-divination or anti-magic protections being used on the building, majorly overcompensating for what's going on inside. With that out of the way, the trio return to the ship at roughly 4 p.m. Ixodras is apprised of the situation, as well as the company the crew will be facing in the future. She is also presented a crystal mascot plushie by Minuet as a gift from his tour, which she accepts with some amount of trepidation. There is some concern voiced by Darren about potential scrying, but this is mildly debunked by the idea that there's far too many of these little knickknacks made for them to be good for scry. Dat, meanwhile, is still incredibly skittish and stressed, at least until the captain and Minuet start torturing the noodle by casting spells into his box, inadvertently making it like a spa for at least a few minutes. Sorta. After a point, Darren takes the helm and gets the Lunar Nimbus out of dock as swiftly as possible. The sooner they can be away from Sedan, the better.
The game.
Oh, I didn't realize we had already left. Rip.
I mean, we went back to the ship, and Darren decided, nope, not staying another day here right now.
Yeah, Darren kind of pulled out without telling anybody.
Yeah, he didn't counsel people.
He just
I'm
kind
sorry.
of booked it. It's okay. You still wanted to do things. You can still technically try to do them. You guys are just out of dock.
Huh?
To be fair, dear Minuet, we're coming back.
Yeah.
And by the time we come back, we might even be higher level.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty fucking high level. You guys are hitting road caps soon. But I believe you still wanted to do something right away this game, right? Correct?
Uh-huh.
With
Yeah,
cards?
so, yeah. Um, wisdom question. For cards. Of, uh, let's see, how would be a good way to word this?
I thought this was already planned out.
Yeah, well, okay, so I kind of rethought on what word. I was going to go with, how about,
Dot, dot, dot.
dang it,
The
okay,
wheel's turning, but the hamster's dead.
yeah, one of those days. But something about
I owe myself this, by the way.
oh no,
Ow.
um, something about how my past can be used to benefit our endeavors to save our friend's soul.
Say that again? Because I'm a little confused now.
How my family's past, my family's history, how it can be used to save that soul.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, so shuffle, shuffle,
I'm going to let him do the card
draw.
drawing and attempt to read thing here. I'm going to leave this on screen, but I'm going to
Oh
disappear off screen.
boy.
Oh, no.
Okay, so Minuet is now represented by that card.
Oh,
Darn it.
the muse.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's
This is why I love hero cards, by the way, because they're just so fantastic at screaming things. And I'm just like, he. All right, we're.
okay. So that's going in the deck.
As
Oh,
soon
come
as it
on.
goes in the deck. It should just go.
Freaking.
Is it not going? There. Oh, it's
Oh,
because...
it's in the hand field.
Yep, that's why.
Here, just move it over to the...
There you go. Alright. I'm going to let you do your reading. Let's see what weirdness this comes up with. I'm going to disappear off screen while you do your reading.
Okay. And shuffle. And
I
shuffle.
legitimately don't know which direction of this thing is forward.
Darn it. Okay. Grab the whole deck so I can move the whole deck over here. Okay. Triangle points upwards to the north.
Varian, there's a big triangle and a small triangle pointing in opposite direction.
It's the big triangle.
Okay, the big triangle.
Big triangle. Okay.
Before anyone gets on me for talking about the other triangle, there's also the smaller one could be described as a center triangle.
Come on, give me one card at a time, you frickin'...
Can't you just like right click and draw?
Yeah, but that reveals the card to me.
Ah.
I locked it. Do you want me to draw for you?
Yeah, that makes it to where I can't draw them. Yeah.
In columns, correct?
Yeah. And you're doing it in the correct order, yes. Okay.
Glad I did not ruin the draw.
Okay. Now, for the path. Okay. The betrayal. The Queen Mother.
Hey, look, that one's actually where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. That means it's talking, and that is exactly
Opposite.
Oh god, the big sky. That's in. Yeah, that's inverse alignment, pure alignment, and then none. Okay.
Oh,
And I'm gonna just go ahead and reveal all of them. Yeah, so that's already yelling. But let's see how far this goes. Okay, so hidden trick. God damn it. Okay.
Paladin.
Ah.
The snake bite. Oh
And
my
the
gosh.
snake bite.
The story.
The Lost. Partial
Yep, partial
alignment.
Thank you.
The
I've worked on my
marriage
lab.
reverse alignment. And the courtesan. No, so Minuet's card did not come up. But this is a fucking story. God.
Gosh. I can see the story that's screaming.
I can't because I'm an idiot. Please elaborate.
It depends on how
Okay,
you read the hero. You can either read it by the art or read its meanings. Both ways, there's a story here, but he's gonna have to determine the story based on not the art. I can read the art. Ow. As soon as it dies.
Yeah, yeah. There's some wild crap going on in several ways here, but okay. Let's go through from the start. Okay, so we've got the betrayal. Crap. Let's go with the simple explanations of cards. Let's see. Crown is charisma. Okay, the betrayal is very simple. This is the neutral evil card of charisma. It represents selfishness and envy in the past. The Queen Mother. This is the lawful neutral card of wisdom. This Formian is the personification of knowledge, who is fond of the powerless, the underclass, and those who will show her obeisance. Let me see the longer definition of that one. Yeah, Queen Mother, Queen Mother. Knowledge personified, the Formian who knows all but does not reveal anything to anyone who does not show her proper worship. Is powerless in the underclasses, for they serve her when the more powerful refuse. She represents the need to become part of a society or to bow before those who know more than you. Oh, okay. Fucking, I hate it. I hate this. Okay.
And the completely
Let's go.
misaligned.
Yeah, the big sky. It represents momentous change, as when all the slaves of a nation are emancipated. Wait, hold
And
on.
this
Is
one we
that
have
right?
as essentially the opposite of the truth. Right?
Or
That's what
the opposite of something. The opposite of something that good.
The opposite of
Potentially.
freedom.
Yes. Okay. The hidden truth. This is the lawful good card of intelligence. It represents the discovery of the greater earth within. The paladin. That's gonna be strength, if I recall. Yeah. Lawful good card of strength. It represents standing resolutely against trouble without backing down. And the snake bite. Intelligence card. This is the chaotic evil card of intelligence. It represents poison, venom, assassination, and discord. Okay. The Lost. This is the chaotic evil card of wisdom. The Bodak represents a permanently insane, lost among lunatics and psychopaths in insane asylums. It is a card of emptiness. Let's see. The marriage. Where's the crowns?
yes, I see the equation
Okay.
here. Mermaid plus fire equals those fucking fish that Medion saw die to a plague.
Oh.
Firefish, firefish.
This is the lawful neutral card of charisma. It represents a union of peoples, ideas, or kingdoms that might be as productive or as ruinous as the bonding of a salamander and a water weird. That's apparently what those two are.
They are a form of elemental.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the courtesan. This is the chaotic neutral card of charisma. It represents political intrigue and the superficiality of social niceties. Ah, God. So, yeah. Yeah, Minuet's gonna like look at these cards and just immediately go and begin rummaging, looking for pots of tea.
Understandable. Just to explain to the viewers that don't know what this is Harrow. It is the in-system, this is 100% canon to Pathfinder, form of tarot. Oh, Tyago just booped off.
Oh, I did.
So you did.
Oh no.
So there's a couple of rules with this that differ from standard tarot, and I can also explain standard tarot when I'm at it. These symbols, depending where they are, as you can see, 9 slots, are aligned based on where the position is. So this one's on the bottom, so it'd be aligned partially if it was on the bottom, and it would be aligned perfectly if it was right here in the bottom center. Um, if
But
it's completely,
no, it's
go ahead.
yeah, it's so that one is just unaligned.
Yeah, that one's
It's
just
not misaligned, but
yeah.
it's not or yeah.
So, misaligned is when it's on its opposite. Like, let's see, we got at least one misaligned. This is a completely misaligned card right here because it should be up here, which means anything this stands for, it's the opposite of now. Aligned or partially aligned cards like this one that has a symbol on the right and it's on the right side of the table means it's partially true. This is also a complete misalign. This is also a partial. So
Well,
that's kind of how Harrow works specifically. Um, when it comes to Harrow and Tarot, you can read the cards one of two ways. Each card has a meaning via book, or you could look at the imagery and discern meaning from there. And that's why this particular reading, and a lot of the readings that my players do in these games, scream things, because I see a story. Which I'm not going to explain. I am going to go ahead and make Vari take a screenshot, and I can explain things later, if it becomes relevant. But, hey Vari, what do you think this means? I want to hear it.
Oh, it's okay. So it clearly is telling a story of uh something or someone of great power being betrayed and enslaved, at least in the past. That's or at least potentially. Um, as far as the present and the future, I'm still kind of hazy on it, but uh, yeah, something about finding out why and how, uh, and potentially doing some subterfuge. Um, oh, okay, so the thing is, okay, so that's a. It's kind of telling me a bad thing to do in the present, and it's kind of telling me that it could end up very fucking bad in the future. So it's kind of there's a lot of uh, it's
So
I'm I'm so torn. It's the fucking I hate it. I hate all of this.
that's why I love it. Go ahead and screenshot it and throw it in the game rooms. That way we have it for later. But you're gathering tea.
Uh-huh.
So
Particularly ceremonial tea, and a few other knickknacks and such to put out around the table around this set of cards that's just going to be laying there for a while.
you're just gonna leave it there.
Uh-huh.
So for the rest of the party, Darren's driving. Ixadrass and Cirrus, you see Minuet playing with cards, then suddenly get up, put out ceremonial tea and a bunch of knickknacks around the cards, and then just leave. That still
And
hasn't
begin
retreated from
preparing
the
things.
box. And preparing things. I don't know if either of you want to get involved in whatever Minuet is doing. considering.
Well, Ixadrash is going to have the exact same reaction to the hero cards as her player does, in that there's just a bunch of question marks and she's just going to ignore it.
Serious?
Oh,
I'm glad I'm never going to fucking deal with that shit as a player myself. It's just I know. I'm not good with that sort of interpretation. I leave those to other people.
well, somebody.
Oh, if Vari wasn't roboting, I would know what he.
I said we lost somebody
Me.
for a moment.
Again.
I've been having issues basically the entire time the steroid thing has been going on.
Yeah.
Oh no!
However, it appears
Well,
my internet has resolved its issues.
good.
Yeah, hopefully so.
240 down, 40 up. Okay, good. Yes.
I know a company offers that, and I fucking hate them. Were you able to at least hear everything, Cirrus?
No.
Oh.
Oh no!
Minuet did some cards at his table. He has
Parts of
sunlight.
that where I had no internet at all.
Ooh, I did not know
Oof.
that part. See, your icon never disappeared that I saw, so I did not know that. I'm sorry. Just to
And is
recap.
it happening again?
No, I can hear you. Hopefully. Uh-oh.
Serious?
Ah,
Yes.
no.
Ooh, robot-y Cirrus.
Oh no!
Oh no. That is lag.
Well, it's gonna give me a chance to do some stuff anyways, so this is fine.
Sure,
Christmas.
we can see if Cirrus decides to try and look things over or not. Whenever they're back.
Usually it's Vari who's having trouble.
Yeah, we're getting the normal potato from Vari, but I'm not used to Cirrus having potato.
I mean, look, I could have been completely without internet today, so.
I know I was terrified of that. I was like,
Oof.
Well, why?
Issues with Verizon/Fios.
why am I the only one with like solid internet? Apparently.
Excuse you?
And Viv. Hey, the internet provider I'm with should not be solid, but they are, so I'm not going to jinx it.
The only time my internet goes out is when like we have bad enough storms that it actually just takes out entire power lines.
Yeah, I was about to say the only time my internet goes down is if my building loses power. But by the way, I'm going to try and buy a house next year, so hopefully.
Woo!
Woo!
That gives us more excuses to come visit.
Yes, it does. Because I'll have a whole house. Maybe. We'll see. Buying a house has already been stressful.
Dibs on the left-hand corner of the living room floor.
Okay.
It's mine now.
Okay.
I'll make sure to write on the wall Viv's corner.
Excellent. Put a little plaque there.
No, I'm just going to write it in Sharpie.
Also adequate.
You think I'm kidding.
I
What
will
if I do
fucking
it?
do it. Do it and send me a picture of it.
I will. It won't be the only Sharpie on my walls, unfortunately. So, do you guys want to hear the dumbest thing I've ever wanted to do that I still want to do this day?
Sure.
I swore to myself when I was a teenager that when I get my first house, the first thing I'm going to do is pull out a Sharpie and on one of the walls, put the Anarchist A and write, "This is my house." Right on the wall. And guess what I'm going to do?
Not that.
I'm going to do that. And nobody can stop me. Do you know why? Because this is my house. I may or may not write gullible on the ceiling. We'll see. First thing I'm gonna do, devalue my house. Yay.
I mean, basically what I would do as well.
Look, I'm a millennial with a house. How'd this happen?
Money.
Working several years of my life.
Yeah. Pat the air.
Flop.
And once I have a car, we can. I'll be able to come visit. No, there goes Vari.
Uh-oh. What was that, Vari?
Oh no. It's because I'm uploading a picture.
What about a printer?
He's uploading a picture.
He's uploading the picture.
Oh, I guess I should have done that then, because even if I'm, like, pushing my CPU to 100%, I'm still better off.
I just love that Vari will absolutely robot into oblivion, and then we go, well, there goes Vari. His oh no always comes in perfectly clear.
Yeah, it does. Oh no, Taya.
It's so Vari that not even the internet can stop him.
Oh no. We should make you a speedrunner of Sonic, so that way you can oh no. And all you have to do is say oh no every time Knuckles says oh no, and you'll never lose your internet again. Just start every statement with oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Welcome back.
maybe?
To be fair, that meme is great. The Knuckles oh no meme is pretty amazing. I love it.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so thing has been uploaded. My internet should be not dying.
We really need to get you decent internet.
Soon. TM.
Soon. Yep, we're gonna hold on to that just in case. Here,
I'm excited for that day because I'm gonna drag Vari into a bunch of video games.
But yeah, it looks like the cards though effectively have told me, oh, you're looking for trouble? Well, here's trouble.
Oh, hey, you're in that place where you need to look for trouble. Okay, here's all of it.
I mean, you're Kitsune, what do we expect? So, here's the question, since we're waiting on Cirrus to come back, what is it you're going to run off and do? Because I have a feeling nobody's going to interrupt you the moment that you do weird shit.
Yeah, so Minuet's just grabbing some stuff from his room, and like putting together the whole like ritual table, except it's just in the fucking common room, around this cards laid out on a table. And we'll begin casting Ancestral Communion, while spell songing a performance to begin the ritual.
Oh, goodness, we do need everybody for that, because that's going to be a messy situation. Okay.
Game related, if you can hear me, please.
We can hear
Yes,
you.
I can hear you.
The question is, can Taigo hear us?
It's being one of those days.
Aww. Well, it's okay because I've needed some time to set up some stuff anyways.
Here, I'm gonna throw my stream BRB for a moment because I need
Why
to
is my
get back
headset
into this.
being my headset?
Here, let's just. I'm gonna mute
That's
BRB.
possible.
All right. So, just to recap what happened to you, Cirrus. Minuet sits down at one of the tables in the galley, puts out a card reading, and after sitting and staring at the cards for a while, suddenly gets up, makes tea, and starts putting ceremonial tea, the expensive stuff, around the cards as well as a bunch of knickknacks and everything, and runs off.
And because of the reading of the cards, the offering that Minuet is using for the ritual is one of the poisoning sheath.
Oh boy. So, yeah, you're watching Minuet suddenly set up a ritual. Are you going to do anything?
I'm going to ask what the fuck he's doing.
Asking some questions and maybe hearing a story if my ancestor is willing to share.
Allow me to raise a counterpoint. When has asking questions ever not presented us with more problems?
Oh, it's gonna be awful, but it's also gonna be great.
So mostly awful, got it.
Anyways, would y'all like to join?
Ixodras is going to stand up, move to the side of the room, and ready a spell.
Yeah, I'm hearing join as in mitigate the disaster.
No, just come have tea with me. And yeah, if he's met with dirty looks from everyone else, he'll just go up top to find Darren.
So Cirrus asked when asking questions has ever turned out poorly and just dry sarcasm.
Yep. Theme of this
Yeah,
campaign,
so
bad decisions.
Minuet comes up on the deck
I'm
and
really
is
sorry.
like, "Hey,
I'm
Go ahead, Cirrus.
go ahead."
trying to address my stream, but apparently my stream deck forgot I authorized Discord on it.
Oh no.
But yeah, so Minuet heads up to the top deck and calls out, "Hey, Darren, want some tea?"
Darren, you're allowed to roll a sense motive if you'd like.
I probably should. I'm rather focused on getting us away from Sedan, so that was a roll.
It was a roll.
If it's not a 22,
It is 21.
Within 5 means that you're suspicious, but
okay,
you believe him.
okay, so, well, I haven't even rolled yet,
That's
is what
true.
I'm saying.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, about that. 37. Bluff.
You have no idea. It's tea actually might sound nice right now. You're out of port at least.
Fine, I suppose I can spare a minute. Is Dat done hiding in the box yet?
No, he's still hiding.
Well, we're not far enough away. He'll live. We can get him tea and cakes later.
Yeah.
Metaphorically speaking, I'm not making a whole cake tonight. Just puts it in park and starts making his way down below deck.
And Minuet rushes down and makes sure the candles are lit.
All right, I feel like we need the ship table for this, don't we?
I mean, if you really want it.
I feel
fine.
like we need this ship table for this because reasons. The cards won't be there, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We've got a picture of it.
And I kind of want to reveal this to you guys. Anyways.
Oh no.
I never put tables out in the galley, did I? That's fine. I could probably spawn them in now, actually. Saved objects. Table. Yeah, that'll do. We'll just throw one in there for now. Let's see where you guys are.
The texture of that table did something weird, but okay.
Yeah, it's because it's an outside source.
Yeah.
So go ahead and position your guys' selves just because reasons. For funsies, why not?
Yeah,
Look at
okay,
the
for
stairs.
funsies.
Let's see.
Because you guys have a traditional mast.
Yeah.
Dad is one of these crates.
Dad is in one of the crates. You
Yeah,
don't
he-
know which one.
Players don't, but you guys do. He's down there somewhere. These are... Oh, right, I forgot you guys have a brig. Like, a full sprig.
Yeah.
Close enough.
But...
Yeah, Darren just leaning around the mast as this all gets started. He squints.
Suspension of disbelief gone.
Yeah, just Minuet just kind of smiling. It's like, have a seat.
I would assume Darren's suspicions would be raised due to the fact that he
Oh,
comes
crap.
in here and both Cirrus and Ix are keeping their distance and giving this whole ordeal the side eye.
Something. They're both holding magic in their hands right now.
Darren's brow furrows. I don't know what you're doing, but I get the feeling we're going to regret it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Makes his way over, takes a seat, and will take a cup of tea.
And Minuet begins spell songing. And burns 10 rounds of spell song to complete this.
Yep. Do you have knowledge history?
I've got bardic knowledge, and let's see, do I have history as a thing I've got a point in? I do not, so it would just be a +7 for me.
Yeah, plus the spell effect because you're using ancestral communication correct?
Or yeah,
Yep.
the ancestral communion.
Yep, go ahead and roll your bardic knowledge, please, and we will get into
Ah.
what happens. Hey, Darren,
Yeah?
do you want to roll a knowledge history?
I sure do. By the way, is there supposed to be a sky map?
Yeah, so do I have it local?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
I've
I
got a
can't
big,
see it.
I've got a big beige rectangle.
Yeah, that means I have it local, not
It's okay.
not uploaded. But I'm sorry. Dang it,
So
that
that's
means you guys can't see it.
It's fine.
Okay, so this is going to be at a +11.
Yep.
My current total for knowledge history is 27.
Now here's an important question.
Oh, fucking what?
Oh, good.
20.
Great.
31.
Yep. Okay, so 1 DC met. So here's the question, Darren. You see the cards on the table. When you roll your knowledge history, are you going to extrapolate on what Vari just got? Or are you going to knowledge history your own thing?
Well, Darren doesn't know what reading Minuet got. He's going to extrapolate as best he can from the way the cards are set up.
Okay. So you're doing your own thing?
Yeah, because Minuet has not explained his interpretation of the reading.
Gotcha. What is your interpretation of that reading?
Generally speaking, without knowing the question that Minuet brought up,
Mm-hmm.
but knowing where we were / where we are, It has to do with Dat. The past column very clearly screams to him, this has to do with something that happened to Dat. To him, the betrayal means that, yes, somebody betrayed Dat, who either did not submit or was forced to submit to the Queen. By the way, I can't. Hang on. Let me get to the image.
I have a top down if need be.
I can see Vari's image.
Okay, good.
And was thusly enslaved, which sounds pretty accurate for what happened to most of Dragonkind at that point in time. The present column has the Hidden Truth, the Paladin, and the Snakebite. I forget what the Snakebite is supposed to represent. But the way Darren sees it, we are probably going to come across hidden or forbidden knowledge. And the Paladin is us. He doesn't see it as anyone else but us at the moment. We're the replacement Guardians. Dat can't be. And the Snakebite seems like either subterfuge, deception, or betrayal of some description that we need to be wary of.
Or, well, how Pinu had interpreted it is that it's what we must do.
So we got a difference in interpretation here. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the other thing. Darren is doing his best to interpretate it. Remember, Darren's not the stealthy one. He would just walk in there and smash with him. He might not be Hulk smash, but you know, that's easier.
I need Darren to go ahead and roll his knowledge history based on his reading.
Another one?
No, did you already roll one?
Yeah, I got 27.
27.
Yep.
Gotcha. And is there any particular information you're trying to seek out with this?
He doesn't know what the question was. So he's just trying to at least get a vague interpretation of what we should be looking for in the future, which is actually where I have the most trouble drawing conclusions.
Understood. So we're going to start with Vari here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the ancestor you expected.
Oh?
No. As a matter of fact, this kitsune that steps forward only has one tail, looks very humanoid, doesn't look mischievous, and looks somber. Which, by the way, everybody can see. And sits at the table and takes a cup of tea.
Okay.
Yeah, Minuet continues playing for a short while. Just letting things play out for now. And also, performing. Because gotta be the entertainment.
He'll eventually reach up and put a hand on the end of the bawu, making it go quiet, and be like, my dad played that enough as is. You want to talk? Let's talk.
Oh, you... Oh. Yes.
Yes, grandsire, or whatever words they use nowadays. Your father's 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 father, or something like that. I don't know. I had too many kids myself. So did my dad. So did your dad. It's a family trait.
But, yeah, I gather you understand roughly why I called. We have a dear friend that, has most of his soul gone.
Yes, I remember the catastrophe. I think you have a fairly good idea of what we had to do as well, yes? Nobody else can hear him talk. So you're hearing a one-sided conversation. Enjoy.
It's kind of a hearsay and rumor. I don't know what's really true and what's not?
Everything and nothing at the same time.
Hmm.
I can reveal to you the past, and the past alone.
I would appreciate that.
Though only which part you want specifically. Us, them, whom.
Us.
The mist came in, and everything happened as it did. And magical beasts like us found threatened by those that did not have the power we did. In anger and jealousy, they tried to shove a lot of us into those things. We had one of two choices: to continue on and not find the folly that the giants did, the dragons did, several other magical creatures of large stature did. We willingly gave up our power, buried them in those gems, lived our lives, and let our children be born not as us, but as you were. Of course, my father has to touch everything. So you may have a portion of that back for now.
It's nice.
But unfortunately, individuals like myself had to make the hard choice. We could be like them, or we could be like them. I may have given up my mask, but you live. Which makes my choice the right choice. At least so I hope.
Like them. You mean the humans, the elves?
Yes, bipedal and lacking the same magical strength that we once had.
Hmm.
By the way, you
Well,
do realize we built those gates as a joke, correct?
oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping there was something more auspicious.
Oh no, we just built them because the humanoids started moving in, and then we started to do random festivals that we just make up on the spot and throw tags up that were meaningless. Best joke ever.
Ah, well, that makes me reconsider plans then. I was thinking if there's anything special that maybe it could help or hurt or both.
Have the fun that you'll have. I can't say anything anymore. And he'll go back to sipping his tea. Darren, your total was a 24, correct?
27.
27, thank you.
Okay, give me like 1 minute to catch up.
No. I'm tired, so no! I'm kidding.
Also, pardon these two sticks in the mud over in the corner.
He wavers. Those spells wouldn't hurt me anyways. I have my mask back, for I am dead. By the way, you all hear "for I am dead" spoken out loud.
Darren stops sipping his tea and looks up. Well, I assume that. And then he looks over at Minuet. Have you been talking this whole time?
Yeah, well, yeah, haven't you heard me? I mean, you might.
We can hear
We can hear
Minuet. We can't
Minuet.
hear the other one.
We can hear you.
Yeah, he
His-
told me about my ancestors in Sudan.
Oh, so what do the gates do?
Nothing.
I'm
Disappointment.
apparently being called a stick in the mud. I'm just prepared for whatever crap comes our way because he's doing this.
And you see the Kitsune grow a very large smile.
I've been stuck with this one for ages. You think I wouldn't be prepared for whatever shenanigans he decides to embroil us in?
Indeed.
But anyways, it occurs to me that uh, it might be proper for me to ask your name. I mean, I know who your father is, but
Names. We don't give those out.
that's fair. Or something you'd like to be called by.
You may call me Yes. He smiles very wide again.
Yes, you say. Okay.
That was your dad's idea. Don't judge me. Or my dad's idea. Don't judge me. Uh, Darren got a 24.
27.
27.
27. God damn it, my brain is not working right now.
Pep, pep.
You do not pull an ancestor, unfortunately, but you do have a little bit of a revelation. You recall the words Dad said about how your kind turned your back or your guys' backs on theirs. And you realize there has to be a reason for that. After all, if you share blood, there's only one reason why you turn your backs so promptly. And you think there is more there. A lot more. Almost as if it's echoing in your head. After all, you wouldn't turn your back on your brother unless he really fucked you, right? And I don't mean blood brother, I mean like brother that you chose to be your brother.
Yeah, Darren's
Or
doing
blood
that thing
brother,
where
actually.
Darren's doing that thing where he is staring at the cards really intently, and he is zeroed in on the past column, and the wheels are turning.
Round
But,
and round.
yes. It's nice to meet you. And, uh, yeah, you've definitely enlightened me to some extent. I wish that there was more guidance you could give, but having context helps.
You never know the full story until you were there. And then he'll stand up suddenly and drop a bag of marbles and disappear. Just
Oh no.
marbles all over the place.
Darren is
Did he
distracted briefly by the marbles.
did he take the offering or not?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
That's an excellent idea. He says this, puts down his empty cup of tea, gets up, and then goes to find Dad.
Roll a reflex save.
I swear if they scream.
Nope. You're on marbles.
Yeah, it's like a. Is it a 10 or a 15
Oh no!
or something?
It's a 15.
Yeah, so that's 14. Once again, I am one below.
Darren stands up, goes to take a step, and just hits the back, or falls flat in his back on the floor.
Ow.
Darren, you you had to have seen that happen. Like,
I did.
Oh, Minuet, something inside you smiles.
yeah. That's wonderful. But yeah, so that happened. Um,
Ixaddress,
hmm.
Cirrus, what are you two doing? There's marbles all over the place. Thank you for the raid, Blue.
Can I press the digitation to remove marbles?
I think so, actually.
Well, I don't know if you could remove the marbles, but you could clean up the marbles.
Yes, you can. You can clean up the marbles.
Doing that.
Cool. If you guys want to open roleplay for just one moment, I've got to do a thing. I'm gonna go grab
Go
things.
go do the thing.
Yep. Open
So
roleplay.
Minuet, kind of gingerly makes his way over to Darren and offers him a hand.
Darren takes this.
So since we... Go ahead.
Sorry. Darren takes the hand and ends up pulling a little too hard and drags Minuet down to the ground because Darren is strong and heavy.
Oof. Thanks, Darren. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So since we literally caught half of that, care to give us a recap?
Okay, so yeah, mostly the it's kind of complicated, but yeah, my kind uh kind of in a way kind of sold their souls for survival, kind of. They turned to the ways of the humans and the elves instead of their own. Which is to say, he wasn't exactly um letting it on, but I'm thinking with the context, a lot of it might have been my family's fault.
Explain. As Darren slowly sits up.
I mean, the Kitsune had lots of power, but we gave it up for survival.
The way you say it's your family's fault seems like there's something to be at fault for. Survival and the persistence of the next generation are important.
Yeah, but at the cost of others.
Was there a better choice?
Minuet just kind of grimaces.
Darren picks himself up, dusts off his pants, and then reaches to pull Minuet up, which probably shouldn't take very much. I don't think Minuet weighs a
No.
lot.
Let's see. Minuet weighs.
If it's less than 200 pounds, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You weigh like nothing. I cannot say that my family, that my people are much different. It's entirely possible that what happened in the past may be, effectively, my kin's fault as well. Or if nothing else, they may have been at fault for what happened to Dad. As a matter of survival, as a matter of retribution.
Well, if this divination is any indication, which, I mean, I'm not a caster of import in divination, so it could be here, could be there. But if it's in any way accurate, a good solution for us might be to take dark paths that might be regrettable if we want to see our ends met.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Given the way things have been going, we will all have to face something. It's just that Cirrus and Ixodras got to face theirs already. We just happen to be the lucky two that get the later batch. Darren shrugs.
Mm.
Who knows? If those gates are a joke, Maybe it'll be you who makes them into something more.
I mean, I was thinking if we could swing back around, there might be some auspicious days, which would be a good time.
Darren grimaces and lets out a really long sigh. How long do we need to be there?
Well, if we get there on the right day, not very long at all.
I takes his glasses off, pinches the bridge of his snout. I mean, what day do we need to be there? Do we need to wait over long?
Hmm.
If you guys make me institute the calendar, somebody's gonna have to track that.
Yep.
Because I've learned that I cannot keep track of my own damn calendar.
You're also too tired to do that right now.
0 hours of sleep, yay!
You sound like Dad. I pat your face.
Ah!
Pat.
I do have a calendar for Olorun. I haven't been using in this game because between 2 games, 1 Gestalt, 1 Mythic, I couldn't keep both of them in track. Unfortunately. But for, I believe, technically Viv and Cirrus, he's inferring to Hollows, which is a Halloween parallel in this world.
Mm-hmm.
October is months away.
Yep.
And as we know, important things happen in this campaign on Halloween.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Can we have
All
a
Hallows.
generic month? Like, are we in the month of Hallows?
No.
Then, yeah, I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are
so-
closer to the winter months stuff than anything.
Oh, then we got time.
Yes.
yeah, either well, Minuet continuing. Yeah, either All Hallows or perhaps the Winter Solstice. Something like that.
Okay, winter solstice, we might get in the way of the fact that we need to beat the shit out of some serial killer cultists.
Might not line up with our calendar then. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal.
We will return. Of that I have no doubt. Perhaps we will return one Hallows. Perhaps not. So, for now, Darren just pats Minuet on the back, perhaps just a little too hard.
Oof.
I'm going to keep us going out of Sedan.
Not going to go
Okay.
and see Dat now?
Oh, right. But first, I need to talk to someone. One of you take the helm, please. Just keep us headed in the direction of Bickle Fury until nightfall.
Yeah, Captain?
I was muted apparently. Yeah, Ixodras is gonna go take over the helm.
Okay. We'll switch.
And Minuet cleans up the mess from the party.
Understood. All right, let's go ahead and switch back to the other map. I will get this fixed for the rest of y'all, since this is local, not on my cloud. But on stream, you can see how pretty I made it, because I worked, I spent like an hour on this, okay? An hour. Sometimes an hour is all I have. Let's get back to the travel map. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. Y'all are lovely peoples. Oh no, did I just save over the fucking travel map? Can I undo that? I did. Okay. Hold on, I can save this.
There should be an autosave of the travel map.
Yes, there will be, hopefully. What the fuck autosave?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, about that.
Well, shit.
It's okay. I got backups. Backups on backups. Can I undo save? Why can't I undo save?
Because most things don't let you undo save?
Actually, programs I use do, but that's because I work. I was not.
Oh no, my table.
Hold on. I've got to actually hide things now. Why is the white screening? I don't want white screen. You guys get a white screen. I gotta do special things because apparently Tabletop Simulator doesn't want to work right. And has just literally erased a bunch of my data. And overwritten things.
Technical difficulty ASMR.
It just I clicked on load and it overwrote. So unless I'm stupid, I might also be stupid.
It's being one of those days today.
I mean, if you clicked load, then why would it overwrite?
Because everything hates me today. And I have to find the map board now. Because unfortunately that was my backup.
It should not overwrite a board if you clicked load.
It should not. So either I did something stupid.
Which is possible. You are sleep-addled.
Yes. Or Tabletop Sim has decided to be fucky. And please give me a few minutes. I'm trying to go through my cloud to find the particular background image for the table. God damn it. I am actually angry at this.
Bug.
Because I just lost a whole bunch of stuff. Again. Second time in a month. Yay! Losing
What all did you lose?
A bunch of your guys' minis. The previous table setup with the changes I made today.
So just like the stuff on the table or actual files?
The actual files are gone. I have to replace them right now. Give me a moment, please. Please, 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 please. Sheesh. Because I am missing files. Where is
Maybe you shouldn't run your computer at 100%.
Technically, it's at 90% right now. We're good. Where is this fucking file? Holy crap. Where is my map file? Give me my map file back, damn it. Preview. Is this one it? Crap. Well, okay. That's not loading. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do some quick shit. Hey, Taigo?
Yeah?
I'm gonna load a board that is not from our game. Can you please hide screen?
I put on the blind.
Okay. It's deleting files.
Oh yeah, that is an easy way.
I'm losing files. It's just deleting things. I just lost the other game too.
What? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's replacing files. I don't know what the fuck Tabletop Sim is doing. That was not overwrite. That was load. That should have loaded.
Close the simulator. Just
yeah, let's reboot the whole thing.
Fuck.
Oh, it did something. Okay, there.
I just lost so many files. Holy crap. Room is back up.
But is it back up with a board I'm allowed to see?
Yeah, sure. I can't. I don't. I just lost both games in a matter of minutes.
That should not be possible.
It's overwriting things. I can't. I click load and it overwrites. Don't know.
That's sounding a lot like that's. It's sounding like there's a Hollywood hacker going through your computer.
But no, this looks okay. Yes, it's this board. Okay.
Yeah, it's this board, but this is the only board I have now. So let me try and load a new file here. Where is the file? Where is the file? Can I have the file, please? There's one file. Preview, please. All right, is this going to give it to me? That's old. Sorry about the holdup, guys.
It's cool.
I can't believe I just lost both games. Like, just like that. That's so annoying that I can't. We're going to keep on going. You guys are...
There we go.
Here. I'll fix the other table later.
Yeah, it's when you've had some rest, it's yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm heckling. It's just very difficult to believe that it's just erasing shit.
The first
Unless
overwrite
it was
wasn't
like
on
glitched.
As Lord Beers is saying, the first overwrite wasn't on TTS, but it sounds like these multiple other ones are definitely on TTS.
Well, at least we have the background.
Yeah, sounds like. I mean, we've got like copies of it in the Discord and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, so that's not a big deal.
I might have been misclicking, but still. Where were we? What was going on? Dat, you're going to see Dat, correct? I guess this is permanent now because I'm not going to fix that right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fuck.
Yes, Darren was going to see Dat. Nick's dress was being directed to go take the helm, so we keep being away from Sedan.
All right, so you go down to the box that Dat's at.
Yep.
And what you do?
Sorry, I'm catching up on notes. Everybody breathe.
I'm gonna grab another thing of water. I'll be right back.
Should we BRB really quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab water myself because I'm out.
Okay.
My giant mug finally ran out of water.
Yep, I apologize.
It's cool.
I apologize.
Pat Era's face.
Can't believe I lost.
Okay, I'll put us on BRB over here.
Yep, muting. Burp. Okay, we're back.
Hooray!
Hi everyone. Apologies for effectively forcing another break time.
Yeah, today's been a day.
It's the technical difficulty stream.
Yay! Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm used to doing something a certain way, and apparently override is there now. But I might also be tired and stupid, so I'm just gonna say I don't know anymore. But nevertheless,
It'll be okay.
I
still got a lot of work ahead of me again.
I give you hugs, but also the next time you get 0 hours of sleep, we are going to have to postpone the game.
No.
Yes.
Yes. you need rest. We love you no matter what state you DM in, but also do not want you to end up with this frustration again.
We'll see. Squint.
Mm.
I'm probably not going to sleep for days, so it's okay.
Concern.
No, that's the opposite of okay.
Yeah,
That's my type of insomnia.
very not okay.
Go to bed, Era.
I wish I
I'm-
could.
I'm gonna just kill you with kindness right now.
Oof. So you're going up to a box where
Yes.
Dad has doodled it with a bunch of probably half bullshit symbols and anti-scrying stuff. What are you doing?
Darren's just going to lift up the box.
You're just going to pick up the whole box?
Yeah.
Okay. You feel a lot of scrambling inside for a moment, and then the lid pop open, and a very tired-looking Dad looks up at you and goes, "Oh, thank God." And then the box just suddenly goes thump as he collapses in the bottom.
Oh.
Darren looks inside the box.
Dad's on the bottom. He looks exhausted and possibly sick.
We are currently leaving Sedan.
Oh, is that where I am now? Okay.
Dare I ask why you are ill?
We're close to where I'm getting drained most. Imagine, uh, I don't know how to describe it.
I assume it's like standing next to a drain with most of your body. Sorry, I can't words today. Darren can words though. With most of your body being water instead of flesh.
Sure.
That's getting the bad suck.
You don't touch this. Do. Nope.
So now I have another question for you, which you might not be able to answer given your current state.
Uh-huh.
Was it betrayal or retribution
For who?
for what you did?
For what I did. What did I do wrong?
What did my people do to you?
Oh, well, not your people directly to me, but to us. But then again, we kind of deserved it. Well, some of us deserved it. I'm really tired. Do I? No, you found things out. Why are you people doing weird magic here? I don't want weird magic right now. Curls up in a little ball. Tries to turn it a rope, it fails.
If it helps, I figured this out on my own.
I'm not gonna ask how. You know how kobolds are?
Vaguely?
You know, servient, sometimes. Worship our feet.
Gross.
selective breeding. Sometimes. I've gotten better. What if I told you that you're like the progeny of what happens when dragons are us, and you all came about, and some evil dragons tried to turn you into them, but stronger and bigger? With force. Not all of us, mind you.
So, we were experiments?
No, you're what happens when slaves get free and decide to hate everybody instead of the some, and become really good dragon slayers for a while.
How unfortunate.
Can I go back to sleep
Yes.
now that I feel really dirty?
If you want, I can get them to pour water in the box again.
No, it got cold. I drank it all.
I'll give you a bath later.
Does that clear things up, or do I have to tell more ancient draconic secrets because I'm tired and I don't want to think?
No, that's enough for now. And he slowly starts to close the lid. Thank you for still being my friend.
I don't hold grudges, your people did.
Yes, well, we've seen that I am just as bad as they.
Nah, we're all the same. When are you bipedals gonna realize that there's no difference between them and us? We're all in the same boat, damn it. Grumble, 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 grumble.
You speak as though that's liable to happen this century. Darren rolls his eyes. Do you want to stay in the hold, or do you want me to put you somewhere?
I'm safe down here, I hope.
Do you want to be in my room, where the non-detection spells are strongest?
I made spells. Ancient draconic secrets. And then I make spaghetti.
I can hide you under my bed, and you can bunk with Servette.
Servette will just bonk me.
It'll be fine.
I don't want bonks.
I'll tuck you both in.
Oh, I stay in box.
I'll wrap the box in a blanket for you.
I have not control of outside of box. Whatever happens to box happens to box. I stay in box.
And here I was all grim and serious for 10 minutes. Darren cracks a smile and just carries the box up to his room.
Minuet just kind of gives a sideways look as Darren walks by with the box. Head tilts. Okay. And then goes back to cleaning.
Hey, Cirrus.
Yes?
Today's been a day, apparently.
Yeah. Both in and out of campaign.
Yes. Anything in particular you want to do while all these shenanigans are going around you and you have a moment of normalcy?
For now, I'll say nothing really, but after you've gotten some sleep, I want to talk to you about something.
Okay. You can always hit me up in private whenever.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and subject matter me in private, if you could, please. Just for anxiety purposes.
Fair enough. Okay.
Cool. As far as the rest of the night, I don't have any weird events planned. I think that's everybody's events. You guys are gonna make it tonight, so that's actually not all that far out. And you guys have a chance to rest.
Whew.
Does anybody want to draw the line?
Yeah, I suppose. Do the navigation thing. Yeah, well, that's
So, aren't we getting ready to head to port? I think.
you cut out when you were saying the place.
Our next stop is what, Clearport, right?
We were talking about maybe going to Big Timber to pick up some stuff.
Yeah,
And
big
to
timber.
drop off some stuff.
Okay.
Big
Yes.
timber for Hallow Scroll. We don't really want to go south and around because bandits. We're gonna want to go.
It's this island over here, right? That has the bandits,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Bandit Island.
and also where I need to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, but down in the mist is where you need to go, and we're kind of saving this stuff for the moment. We're gonna have to squeeze.
like so.
Big Timber's over here, so we'd need
Or
to.
do we need to? Or do we need to go around those islands? Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
There we go.
All right, let's get some measuring out. We
Oh.
have
Darn
4.5 inches is a... Oh.
I
Oops.
was
Crap.
I was just trying to get rid of that one little part. I didn't realize I was gonna delete the whole thing.
Wow, today's just a day of deletion. We had deleted internet, we had deleted tables, we had deleted lines. Look, it's a group venture now. All of you have a little bit of color in here.
I contributed.
Is this gonna... How far?
Your
is-
contribution is what caused me to contribute.
Cool. So surprisingly, you guys just barely made it outside of the radii. So I need a line here. And then
To be?
to be or not to be, that is the question. Something Shakespearean here. Yep. Thank goodness I remember these numbers. I have to do the math for walking. I believe it was like 2 point something. But I will figure that out later, and we're within islands now, so here. And technically there, so you guys are going to arrive early morning.
I was kind of hoping you would ask for more lines. I was going to just keep giving Shakespearean lines.
Lines, please!
Line.
All right.
So let's go ahead, and I'm assuming the pilot is piloting, so go ahead and roll your first. Well, I don't think you can fail, can you?
Barely. But also, didn't fucking close to.
What's your total, by the way?
Yeah. High
High 20s? Okay. Next.
29.
Yep, next day. Just because I don't believe they're going to fail.
8.
What? 18, I think, is what I heard. Next day.
18. There you go. Slowly readjusting micro. Failure.
Total.
12.
Somebody rolled me a d8.
Oh dear.
Hang on.
I've got one.
Is this okay?
There we go. I got 4.
Okay.
Seven. 27.
You realize you're off course on this day because you're seeing an island directly ahead of you, and you don't think that's correct.
That is not
Um,
correct.
So, Era, I'm not sure how to ask that question or to who.
I only bring it up because I have two people at the table trying to dump things, or that have wanted to dump things in the weapons, and there's two things that can be done on the ship to get that answer, and I need Minuet to roll navigation really quick.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I assume we have things we're going to be allowed to do on the days of trip.
Yes, I'm just gonna get through these days, and then
Um,
y'all can figure this out. Hopefully, finally. Go ahead.
Okay, so that is 26.
Yep, you know you're off course. You're further to the east than you need to be. You're gonna have to spend this day going back around to hit course again.
All right.
I saw. So we're gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to do this really quickly so that we have a day counter. All right. Go ahead. Or I saw that roll. That was a 16 on the dice. So you're gonna be able to get back on course. Now, please go ahead and roll again.
20.
Got it. And one more.
28.
Gotcha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 days. We are going to stop before you guys hit port, so we can handle what you guys are doing on these days.
Oh.
Exodus is mostly going to study her spells.
Yep. Minuet?
Minuet is going to alternate between working on a new engineering design, involving bits and pieces of engine stuff, and sitting around appearing to meditate with his rapier.
Understood. Hey, Cirrus.
Yes.
Based on your earlier comments, you're trying to do things with your weapon, correct?
Yes.
How are you doing it?
That's kind of one of the reasons I want to talk to you about it off session after you've gotten some sleep. I need some time to discuss a few things with it.
Okay, specifically?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just say making knowledge religion rolls for now.
That's fine. Go ahead and make me 5 of them for the time being. Hey, Darren.
Yes.
While he's rolling, what are you doing?
I guess one of the things Darren is going to do is he's going to ask Dat, if no one else, about making the weapon stronger.
That's exact responses. What do you mean stronger?
Well, as I see it, we are capable of feeding, I guess, for lack of more polite terms. They have potential that is yet to be fulfilled. I want to know how.
Oh, that stuff. He pulls out a book. And he goes, shit. You didn't see this. And he rolls over. I'm assuming this is in day 1 based on everything.
Yes,
He hasn't left the box yet.
that's fine. Darren has been keeping it under his bed.
Then he just tears out a page and offers it up.
Okay, Era, I've gotten 18, 23, 12, 18, and a 25 off of a natural.
You've... What was the natural 20 total?
25.
That 25 is going to tell you, it reminds you of what Dat did not too long ago.
The insoling or removing a piece of soul bit.
Yeah, you feel it has to be something like that, but not as bad.
For my math issues, because I forget my calculation for last night, how long am I piloting for per day?
Technically 18 hours, unless you trade off.
Okay.
Yep.
So 18 hours out of that.
Because that part I have memorized. I've done it enough now.
This actually kind of fits in a little bit with one of the things I kind of wanted to have Cirrus do within this trying to work on her weapon. She is actually going to, for reasons not directly related to that, but still somewhat related, every day that she's trying to figure out what she's doing with her weapon, she is going to purposely prick her finger on the tip of it and wipe a little of her blood onto the blade.
Understood. Uh, Darren has a page from a book.
Yes. He is looking at Paige.
Uh, Imagine a watered down version of what that did. Cirrus is actually on the right track, surprisingly. So is Minuet. It involves meditation. The only thing that's missing between the two of them, if they were to put those two things together, is a circle to protect yourself while you connect with the blade and drop in not your soul, but those memories. Those things that gave you the experience to be able to have those feats, abilities, and elsewise. It's not going to attract as much attention, but it is a 24-hour process.
So Darren is going to try himself. He's going to use ink for his circle. He's going to create a space in his room because he should have enough space for it. Yeah, he has space for it. I will move the model.
All right, we still have this now, I guess.
Yeah, we got models. Model. Anyway, he makes space in his room and he does the circle in ink. And he's going to. How is he going to do that? He's going to draw blood with the spear point of Inkwell.
Mm-hmm.
Just slice it across his chest carefully. You can always heal it later, it's fine.
Going all the way.
I mean, why not?
Wow.
I can even track the damage if you want.
Yes, you actually have to.
Okay. Is it like a point of damage? What is it?
No, you actually have to do weapon damage to yourself.
Okay, give me a sec.
This is a sacrifice, just to put that out there. So, I hope you guys are ready for some stuff as part of this.
And nobody has warned Ixidras of anything.
So we got 3 party members trying to learn how to do
Right
this. We got
along.
1 meditation. We got Cirrus definitely on the right fucking track. So thank you, Cirrus.
I mean, okay, for the record, I figured meditation was part and parcel of doing religion at it.
Yes. Meditation and blood were definitely on the right track. You just need to protect yourself with Circle, and personalized Circle's help. And you have to be ready to actually hurt yourself.
I've also further elaborated in DM.
Let me see what you got here.
But yes, after he does that, Darren is going to, rather than sit in meditation, he is going to stand and set Inkwell up to stand before him. At which point, I kind of imagine the eyes of Inkwell are going to finally start waking up and start weeping ink like they do.
Probably. So how far are you taking the process, and what are you dumping into it?
That's a good question. What do you mean by how far?
I need to know what you're dumping into it and how much. Like, are you dumping a feat? Are you dumping skill points? What are you dropping into it specifically? I need very specific information to be able to continue. To tell you what happens.
So what happens if I dump a class feature in there and then well, no, I guess I'm not going to later progress it because it doesn't progress when I progress casting via Dragon Disciple. So, yeah, so what happens if I dump both spirit totems I have as rage powers in there?
You can choose one.
Oh, I can only put in one?
Yes.
Mm,
It's a slow process. This is a one at a time thing.
okay.
Do one, then do the other.
Well, in which case,
Ow.
I would much rather put the imprinting hand mythic ability in there instead.
You're dropping a
Oh,
mythic in
shit.
there?
Oh, shit.
Kaya?
So here's the thing. Darren doesn't have much of a use for imprinting hand as it stands. So why not? He knows he has that latent energy in him, but he's never used it. So he's going to go all the way and put it into Inkwell. Because he sees it as an extension of his self, which is the reason for its name.
We might have just lost Kaya again.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Your stream dropped.
Fucking again?
Suffering.
Oh,
Tonight
it might
is
be live
suffering.
again. It's live.
I'm
Comcast.
tomorrow. I'm going to call Comcast.
Yeah, I hate them so much. Oh boy, you win all the way, all right. You need to roll a fortitude save.
Got it.
Because you're not just giving up a part of yourself, you're giving up a part of your divine spark.
This could suck bad.
Yes. Yes, it could.
Okay, I'm gonna reroll that.
Yeah, you might want to.
Give me a second, I need to refresh. Because unfortunately, almost none of the abilities at that level are mythic. Wow, really?
Ooh.
Take my reroll.
Alright, well, first off the table it goes.
Make sure to check it off, Ix.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Much better.
Oh, my page expired. God damn it! I just refreshed you earlier.
So that is a total of 26 for the fortitude save.
Let's see, 15 plus your level. What's your level again? Your guy's a level 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you barely succeed.
Hurt
That
like
means...
a bitch, though.
Oh, con damage incoming. How much con do you have?
Not as much as.
I have 14 con.
Good. Ah.
That is a concerning number of dice rolling.
8 con damage because you passed the fortitude save.
I could have killed myself.
As to describe what you're going through in these next 24 hours, you're giving up pieces of your memory, and then you tap in your Divine Spark and you start to dump parts of that into it. And now I think you understand after this 24-hour process what Dat went through. It hurts not in your soul, but in your foundation of existence, because technically you have a Divine Spark and that's part of your being. So, after 24 hours, yeah, you take 8 con damage. And holy god. Yeah, you might be very miserable. You have to erase that from your thing. Permanently. You do not get this back. And I need one will save to discern how strong the ability is in the weapon and what ability you get.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
This one's not as bad, trust me. By the way, DC was 15 plus your level because you went all the way up the matriarchy of DCs. So, good on ya.
Okay, that's 22.
Your weapon will permanently have the Shadow Striking feature from 3.5, where after hitting a creature, it ignores DR.
Woo!
Period.
Wow.
I will look up that feature.
Yeah, I can share with you later, but it is essentially after hitting a creature, you ignore DR for that creature forever.
That individual though, not like species wide.
Yes,
That's important.
it is.
That is very important because some creatures may have multiple encounters in the future.
They do, but that's what you get in exchange for that. When you finally drop out of your meditation and your weapon falls flat, and you're physically drained, slightly pale, Dat peeks his head out of the box and goes, "You had to do the stupid thing."
Darren is on his knees. He's actually shaking. He feels anemic. And he gives Dad a look. Well, I guess that means the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or so the saying goes.
Shut up, and he slams the box shut indignantly.
And this has happened like the day before we're landing in Big Timber.
No,
This is the first freaking day.
this is the first day.
Oh.
So, Minuet's doing this. This would be. Let me go ahead and mark it in the map. So you guys leave. He's doing it he's doing it there. So you guys are hitting night. Because you guys are hitting morning the next day. So, Cirrus has done his blood thing. Minuet's starting his thing. And, remember that whole awkward feeling where the ship goes dim for a moment when Dat did his thing?
Huh?
It kind of happens again. Not as bad, but yes as bad, but bad not really that way, but maybe bad? It's that, but not that, but that, but not that. It's like driving down a street that looks just like yours, but it's a road over and it's weird.
Okay then.
Adjacent weird.
Superliminal dim light.
Yes. I've done my best to explain this with my brain right now. I
It's
don't
fine.
know how you guys would all react. We can throw out knowledge arcanes and knowledge religions if you'd like.
Yeah, that's okay. So knowledge arcane.
24. A knowledge religion.
And a 28 for knowledge arcane.
Hey Viv,
Hmm?
You experienced that too. Do you want to roll?
What am I rolling?
Knowledge Arcane or Religion.
Oh, it's my arc.
Cirrus, did somebody just do what Dat did, but not what Dat did?
I mean, 21.
That was some powerful magic. 28. What did Dat do?
Yeah, so Minuet gets up and starts like looking around the ship and being like, "Is everybody okay?"
I'm fine. Who did dumb shit?
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna let
since
you
it was the
roleplay.
other two who would have done it,
So Era, since that's -4 con mod, did I just lose 40 HP as well?
not for ability damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
specifically.
if it were ability drain, it would have actually reduced your HP. This just puts a penalty on anything that uses Constitution modifier.
Yep.
Got it.
Hence why the damage version, because I'm not gonna. Well, I will kill you if you guys try that and fail, but
I went the extreme route.
you did. So yeah, there's people shouting outside, by the way. So I'm gonna let you guys openly roleplay this stuff because yeah, that was a thing.
I mean, Cirrus is already putting 2 and 2 together. Actually, she mostly does it based on the fact that, okay, it wasn't Minuet, and it wasn't X. And despite the fact that whatever just happened was probably really stupid to do, that leaves only Darren and the dwarf. And she doesn't think the dwarf has the ability to do so.
That's fair.
So she is basically running straight off to Darren's room.
Yeah, so Minuet won't like immediately think of that, but upon like seeing Cirrus head in that direction, will follow.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna be able to get there fine enough. Ix,
Yeah,
you doing
so
anything in particular?
I mean, is what time of day is this happening?
This is in the morning.
I was going to say dawn of the final day.
Down on the final day. Darren, your
So-
state is explainable by you in your ink circle.
so you get a knock knock on your door.
Honestly, considering that she was literally just in the process of doing more or less the same thing herself, she's going to facepalm and say, "Of course, a circle."
Yeah, like the moment you guys open the door, because Darren's not going to respond to a knock. Mostly because he is now effectively passed out. You see Darren with a large gash across his chest, having bled out kind of intensely into the ink circle.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought Inkwell was some sort of hammer.
It is.
How the fuck did you make a gash with a hammer?
Inkwell is a
It's spike
Lucerne
end.
hammer.
Oh, okay.
If there is an image of Inkwell somewhere in the server, but Inkwell has a hammerhead, a spear point, and the back hook.
Okay,
It
that's
can
enough.
basically do every type of damage.
So it's got that like the gash is probably that gross, tattered, terrifying kind of gash
Well, I mean, I did do 14 damage
because
to
it is a
myself.
book. Holy crap! Yeah.
And that's not counting the con damage. But Darren is just collapsed on his side in the middle of this intricately scrawled ink circle for protection, and it looks like the blood was the marks of blood on the floor and the wood look like it was being drained into the bits of ink, and the hammer is laying there, and there is this dark light in the eye sockets that is watching the both of you now. there's a spark in Inkwell. And you can see that the eye sockets, both on the bottom of the handle, that heavy weight bit, as well as on the back hook, are just, they're very lightly weeping ink at the moment.
Okay, well, Cirrus is going to channel energy.
Smart move.
Wow. Good job, me. I've managed to roll
A
3
lot of
ones.
ones.
Yeah, well, 11 total.
Yay! Unfortunately, because of the damage, oh wait, no, yeah. It's still not a
That's
full
most
heal,
of
but you probably close up the wound.
Yeah, you're probably conscious now, at least. Because this is damage, not drain.
Yeah, like, the unconscious thing is more from exhaustion than from actual, like, damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, con damage to 0 is still gonna fucking kill you.
Yes.
Yes!
It
Yes,
will.
it will. He looks very anemic at the moment, which is really weird, because Darren is usually very hardy.
Yeah, so Minuet would kind of just go and like frickin' embrace around him and then just shake him violently and be like, "What the fuck did you do?"
I
That's,
thought what I was doing was stupid.
that goes, yeah, that was Divine Spark drop edge. He shared his Divine Spark with his weapon. I felt that. I wasn't going to stop him,
Holy
but then I
crap.
felt the boom. Needless to say, I feel better now.
I'm glad you feel better.
I mean, I didn't think you'd be that stupid. I thought you were the smart one of the party.
I am. Can you blame my curiosity?
Yes.
And
Yes.
he gives a wry smile to everyone.
Curiosity
Uh,
is sticking your foot in the pool. You took a goddamn cannonball.
More like I dove in the deep end.
That's what I mean.
Without knowing how to swim.
I fly, I don't swim. What did you expect?
Darren, please don't do that again. Though also, how did you do that? Because I wanted to do things. Though not that much, because I have some ideas of things to do with bow weapon. But
Just don't go that far. I'm lucky that it didn't take the entirety of my soul.
yeah, that
I am
Yeah.
very tired. But if you must know, he sort of gestures to the page of the book that's been left on his side table. You both had pieces. You were just missing the other steps. A circle, a sacrifice, and focus. My spark was yet unformed, roiling black as ink, and so I gave a piece. I've learned better now. Perhaps next time I shall give something less important to my existence.
Yeah. Woo! Okay, that's a lot of con damage.
Yeah. Giving up a piece of your essence? That's one step up from soul.
So, what kind of rolls were did he take a lot of the damage he could have taken, or did he get lucky on the damage he could have taken?
He took half. And
Yeah.
I rolled actually relatively high.
Yeah, if I hadn't gotten half, I would have died.
Yes. I rolled 16 total.
Yeah, I would have been -2 con. Darren would have
Yeah.
died.
No. Oh, sorry,
You're
sorry,
welcome for the reroll.
No, but I would like to clarify what I'm asking. Of the damage, not did he make the save? Did he take a lot of the damage he could have taken? Which is to say, if it was 4d6, did he take 20? Or
No, it
did
was
he
5d4.
take? It was 5d4?
Yeah, so he rolled above average.
Okay.
He almost... The maximum on that would be 20 con. Which would kill just about anybody.
Yep.
Word to the wise, maybe don't give up a piece of your core being. What Dat took when he gave up a piece of his soul was 44 con.
Wow, that's a lot of con.
It is.
Yeah,
He's got more than twice the con of any of us.
there's reasons for that.
I mean, I've got. If it didn't max out, I could take 4d4 of con.
No,
But
I don't
'cause
think you.
I have
you
the most
probably
con
have.
out of the party.
Yeah, but it's still, that's a lot. I mean,
It is.
Actually-
even going above 30.
Bear in mind, this is con damage, not con drain. It's not gone permanently. It's just when
I
you...
am making a joke about the fact
Oh.
that 4d4 sounds like 44. Okay.
Oh, I totally missed that until now.
Damn it, Tango! Damn it!
I mean, 4d4 is just one step away from 404, not found.
It is. I guess that's my 404 error for the night. The 30th one.
You are somehow awake.
Yeah, welcome to half my life.
Oh.
Next time, I'm just not
Anyway,
going to tell you guys.
Dang it. Dang it.
But yes, way to go all the way and give up a core piece of your essence. Congratulations.
So, like, canonically, Inkwell is a particularly vicious weapon. I wouldn't be surprised if the fucking Anchor Strikes personality was still in there.
It may or may not be intelligent now.
I'm fine with this.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but also not sorry.
You were 1 point away from fucking dying
Era,
with
I
that
have,
name.
regarding what you said earlier.
Yes.
So I did I took the hunger domain
Yes.
and I traded several uses of my bar for it.
Yes.
But I was under the impression that this was my mythic thing I was doing.
Anybody else can give up part of their bar for it.
Okay, so but then that would mean they got a mythic thing and can also give up part of their bar to get hunger domain.
Yeah, it was my way of trying to eat out down your guys' mythic things. Yours is locked. You may or may not have a devil on your ass.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, more or less what I was saying is that means that they all have they got one and an option of another one, but I just got one.
Story.
Okay.
You have an enemy you might have to unlock it from.
Ah, okay.
That's why I think I might not have put that out there quite correctly. Because everybody was getting that and everybody was getting their unlock, but you have an enemy. I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
Also, nobody else gave up part of their bar. It literally was useless to them. So it was supposed to be only attractive to you.
There. But, yeah, so, Minuet,
And two of
Just
them
kind
already have a fucking bite attack.
though, yeah, my bite attack is kind of meh in comparison to my everything else.
I have better natural attacks. fight.
Oh, claw attacks?
No.
But yeah, Minuet just kind of continues to be like embraced around Darren.
Aw.
Cute.
May I rest now?
Yeah, you should do that. You're kind of a little heavy for me to pick you up, though. So
Just leave me on the floor. And,
So,
Cirrus, if I may impose, if you have restorative magics,
Tomorrow.
I deserve that.
No, I mean literally. I have to. I don't have them prepared right now.
Just let me have this. And he just goes limp and is much heavier.
so
how heavy is Darren?
Ixadrass is going to shift into dragon form and help pick Darren up and put him on the bed.
I mean,
Hold on though. How heavy is Darren?
like, as an actual creature, I don't think I quite figured that. Yeah, he's like 283 pounds. Imagine that limp.
Let me, because I've got muleback cords on. Let me do a thing.
So Ix can just pick you up in dragon form.
Oh
There's
yeah.
nothing to do about it.
Minuet, strangely enough, can pick you up.
You're getting put into bed whether you like it or not. And Dad is even going to go ahead and move his box.
Ixadrass's heavy load in dragon form is almost 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 450 something is mine.
Hey, same. 460.
Yeah.
Of course, without that, it's not nearly as high. Wow, my heavy load out of dragon form is my light load in dragon form.
Yep.
Okay, so same, because muleback cords makes me the equivalent of having a strength of 21 for purposes of carrying.
Yep, and I have a strength of 21 as half dragon. Perfect.
So we are equal strong, kind of.
So yay, day 2, Darren is just out.
Yep, that's fine. So what day did this happen on?
Technically, you guys would be right here.
That's...
So Ixadrass is kind of just gonna look to the other two and be like, "All right, no more doing this without somebody else watching to make sure you don't do something stupid." Darren almost died. Nobody else is getting that opportunity. Do it
Okay.
with a friend, buddy system.
Well, hey, Cirrus, you want to set up shop somewhere?
I mean, you're not going to put your divine spark bits into it too, are you?
No, fucking no. I am gonna put some, like, diplomacy in mine.
Sure, I'll make sure you don't kill yourself doing that.
So
Oh, shit.
we get to go through all this fun. By the way, I've been waiting
Okay, so-
several sessions for somebody to either ask Stat, call Sean, or consult a book.
Well,
I mean-
Ix hasn't been worried about it.
Ix hasn't.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Now that she'll know how to do it, she's absolutely gonna do it. But she's also a lot smarter about, carelessly doing magic shenanigans.
Well, she's college educated, so she's got that whole thing. We got Darren the Ranger, whose job is to fuck around and find out, technically.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ix is all about fuck around and find out, but like generally in a less self-destructive manner. Now, if it fucks up the environment, what does she care?
So, Minuet
That's
is
the
going to set up
Skyblotter
shop,
training.
in the hall adjacent to the alchemy lab.
Okay. And we're gonna move Cirrus there for your own ass. Yeah, Dad's gonna go and hide in his cupboard again because people are doing things that he's going to feel, so he's gonna go hide in his cupboard. What does your circle look like?
Okay, so, I'm going to take 4 pythons and 4 bell tripwire traps and some chalk to set up a circle in a square, kind of.
Still being weird Kitsune shit, got it.
But the exterior square is tripwire trap.
Of course. What do
Also,
you,
why is this so big?
what?
Like,
Oh, because
why is
the map is tiny. I don't know. Oh, because I blew up these images. These images are actually relatively small for you guys not crashing on me all the time.
Oh,
Purposes.
okay. Yeah,
Darren
I was
isn't
gonna
being,
just
he needs
make
to
a.
stay.
I was gonna draw out a diagram, but it's fine. It's fine.
You can always draw it on the table.
Eh.
If you'd like to.
It was just kind of gonna be a line tool, like so and so and so. Yeah, this is not right angles exactly.
Party
And
doesn't get to
then
hear this, but
whoops,
seriously,
that's a little bit
they've
bigger, but
contacted me about doing this, but never done it.
sounds kind of like that.
Understood. So you're dumping diplomacy into it. How much of your diplomacy? How many ranks?
7 ranks.
All right, I need to know your intent with your diplomacy because you already got an intimidating weapon.
Uh-huh.
So I need to know your particulars of your diplomacy.
Mm,
Remember when you're doing this, I need as much specifics as possible. The more specific you get, the more specific I get to be. Otherwise, I just throw shit at the
okay.
wall and see what sticks.
Hmm. Let's see. Okay, so because of the nature of uh versatile performance, um this is kind of his way of being diplomatic before he learned the ways of versatile performance of doing it with the finesse of a wind instrument. So this is more his blunt diplomacy, condensed.
All right, let's get your fortitude save out of the way, and let's get your will save out of the way. Cirrus, I hope you're ready to line up.
Kind of, except Cirrus is not going to be doing this today.
Well, you're probably going to be doing this tomorrow because this is a 24-hour process, so you're all going to need rest.
Yeah. Okay, so Port Said for first?
Yep, fort save first. And how many ranks are you dumping in, by the way?
7. Okay, so that is going to be a fort of 13.
How much con do you have?
I have a con of 14.
Good. Good. You did not succeed 6 con damage.
Woo! Okay. -6.
Yep. Thankfully, that
That is
doesn't cause
rough.
damage.
Yep.
But hey,
But
give me
that-
that will save.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. That's a will save of. Yeah,
Remember, you have rerolls.
13.
You do.
Yeah, I'll burn my reroll.
Since this session's probably going to be legacy weapons becoming legacy weapons.
Page expired. Frickin' thing there.
I will ask Panda about that later, because I didn't think that could happen.
Oh, you just refresh it.
Yeah, it
it's
just
fine.
takes a refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
He had an
I was
auto
just annoyed when
refresh
it-
protocol.
I was just annoyed with mine because I refreshed it when we started session, and it was working fine. And then I
Fucking-
was like,
I don't see a d20 on the table. Oh, look, it's over there now. Rolling the same goddamn number.
Thanks, Aaron. That's better. Okay, so that's gonna be a 21.
All right, let me look at something really quick. Hey, Google, define blunt diplomacy.
Oh, it's okay. Okay,
it
so
addresses type of diplomacy.
The profession, activity, or skill of managing
Yes, phone. Thank you. I did not need you.
representatives abroad.
okay, so Outlaw Star, Aisha, telling telling Jean, I'm going to come with you and steal the galactic ley lines.
Yeah, I was just reading the definition on Google. Shit, well, how do I turn this into a weapon property, though? Huh.
Wait, what is it you're wanting to put into it?
Outlaw Star is my favorite anime, by the way. Blunt diplomacies, very specifically, when Aisha just straight up was like, I'm coming with you because I want to steal the ley line, everybody's like, okay.
Oh, so what Skitter did?
Yeah, Oh, but this has to be a
Skinner
weapon
uses
property.
okay, let's be real. Skinner has her own diplomacy tree, and it's called mom diplomacy.
Yeah.
It
Skinner had
is
that.
saying the quiet part out loud, fully knowing that you're doing that.
Ooh. Nope, I got it.
Oh, dear.
If you make your intent known, you get a +2 to attack and damage.
Oh.
So if you straight up tell somebody, I am here to kill you before combat starts, or I'm here to capture you, XYZ, and stick to that intent and never deviate, you get a +2 attack or to attack and damage. But you have to straight
That's
up tell
neat.
people exactly what your intent is and stick to it. If your intent changes, it no longer applies.
Okay.
That's gonna be like Minuet.
It is, but he dropped in what he dropped in very specifically. So I have to give him something that's applicable.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm down with being noodly because, yeah. Because Minuet's fucking noodly.
Yeah. But I think that's fitting. Does anybody disagree?
Yeah,
That's pretty fitting.
I mean, you could literally name the ability Killing Intent. Doesn't get more anime than that.
Yeah, that's killing intent. That's what we're naming it. So before we get to Cirrus's, let's make our viewers take a break. I actually need to use the bathroom. Unless you guys want to openly roleplay as Minuet suddenly looks
Yeah.
very fucking drained.
Yeah, just kind of staggers out of the bottom of the ship.
Sounds like roleplay it is. Go for it. Cirrus, you were right there for the whole thing.
Yeah, as Minuet stabbed. Oh, actually, do I need to roll damage?
Yes, you do have to damage yourself during this.
Okay. Do I roll sneak attack on myself?
No, You know what's coming.
You cannot flatfoot yourself.
You can. But does Minuet really want to?
Not really. So I
No.
guess, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be,
I have now described this in a way that I cannot undescribe it in my head.
oh no. Okay, it is not a
This
crit.
this is the self-harm for fun and profit.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is a D8. Okay, so that is 10 points of damage. Yeah, so Minuet kind of just, um, a little bloodied by his own stabbing, but not real bad. Because, yeah, Minuet's primary damage is consistent, but the big damage comes from the sneak attack and the iteratives. For fun and profit.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
So Cirrus is going to do the channeling energy bit again.
Thanks.
12.
Yep. So Minuet's good. Which, yeah, Minuet will kind of just stagger on back up to his room, but then reconsider and go to check on Darren.
Darren's still not looking much better. He may have recovered a bit, but he is still out.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
Can't I recover one ability damage every day?
Yes, one a day.
Okay. This is important because I think some of the recovery stuff is die-based. Like lesser
But yeah.
restoration.
Minuet kind of is a little stabbed, but is looking a lot better now. Aside from being very tired looking.
So we can
Kind
basically
of gaunt.
pour any of our stuff into it. Class features, ability scores, right?
Yes, you can
Yes.
dump. The rule is that it depends on what it is. The stronger of what it is, basically the more con damage you risk. So Vari dumped more than 5 skill points, 2d4 con damage. If you were to dump less skill points or general or generic things, 1d4. Feats are going to be 3d4.
What about,
Literal piece of yourself is going to be 4d4, and if you touch your divine spark, it's going to be 5d4. Ix, what were you about to say?
So just like, I guess, like feats that come from class things also as stuff.
You can. That would probably be 2d4 or 3d4 depending on the power.
What about spell?
Dump spells, but you can never relearn them. Ever.
Question on the spell thing. Can you cast them via things like scrolls or wands?
No.
Okay.
You lose the ability to have that spell period.
Okay, question. What if it's something really fucking important? For example, my channel energy class.
That is part of your class, so probably 3d4.
Okay,
Arguably
so
4d4 because technically you're channeling that as a cleric through your own soul.
Hmm.
I would have to make a call on that, but one or the other. Probably. Probably 3d4 because technically that is a major ability, and technically that's part of your class, not a innate thing, part of you. So yeah, 3d4. You guys just heard my brain go burr. You were saying,
Something,
Cirrus?
something stuff half dragon form into my fucking weapon.
oh, I was just wondering because Cirrus has an idea of what she intends to do, but she also wants to take precaution. So she's going to want to wait until tomorrow to do that.
Understandable. Who you bringing along as your buddy?
Minuet again.
Minuet is your buddy this time. Hey, want to describe your circle?
Yeah, it's actually going to be really simple to describe my circle. We're going to the bottom deck because it has a room that is perfectly suited for exactly what I need. And we are going into this room.
The brig?
No, the brig is the...
That's the bathroom.
Oh yeah, bathroom.
Yeah,
I forgot the cage's brig.
Yeah.
Ghetto brig.
but the thing is, the hanging lamp in this room is at least relatively far away from the wall. And due to the nature of how lamps hang, they cast a ring of shadow around the light.
Wow, okay.
That is going to be her circle.
Environmental things. The unintended environmental things go.
And since the reason we were waiting for tomorrow is at the very end of her bits of the ritual, she is going to cast Bear's Endurance on.
Somebody
And
thought ahead.
what was the other one?
Spell lists.
Yeah, fucking spell list.
I have a cleric, I know the suffering. I have a druid, I know the suffering even more.
I like druids, but my god. I could cast anything. What did I prepare today? Sorcerers are so easy in comparison.
And Channel Vigor. That's it. Which actually she usually just keeps prepared because that one's a really powerful spell to begin with.
Yep, so let's get the specifics out of the way.
Okay, what she will be pouring in is I'm going to be getting rid of a bit of a thorn in your side in this process era. What she is going to be pouring in is going to be the class feature of Liberty's Blessing. The domain ability for the Freedom Domain. Well, one of the domain abilities for the Freedom Domain.
All right, let me pull that up, of course. All right, and your intent?
My intent is to awaken any lingering remnants of the angel within and reinstill it with a love of freedom and a desire to bring freedom to others.
Okay, we're gonna have two weapons in the party that are living. Got it. Go ahead and roll your fortitude save. Do damage to yourself, of course.
Oh yes, damage to myself. Yes, I am in immense danger from my own melee attacks. These are, this is horrible. This amount of damage I'll be taking. This 1d8.
Oh look, it's descending order of damage.
Oh look, I rolled a 1.
That's okay. Wait till Ix does hers.
Ix might actually want to be afraid because she's got to hurt herself with that giant thing.
Yeah, but Ix also has the most con in HP in the party.
True.
The point of the matter, though, at the very least, is Cirrus did strike herself with the intent to do damage. just not the ability.
As long as you bleed a little, which you're gonna bleed a little. Oh no, you scratched yourself. Cheater.
I'm gonna end up
You have,
rolling like max damage on myself.
Why are you
Be
guys
great.
doing this? I have like no sleep. Oh, this is gonna be silly. Go ahead. Fuck, I have so
Okay.
much shit I have to roll because we've got 2 intelligent weapons in the party.
I'm
Sounds
sorry.
like
Okay,
a you
so-
problem.
They can be rolled later.
Roll your fortitude save.
Okay, first off, making sure on this, plus. Yeah, we'll take that. 15 plus, 15 plus, where's my saves? 15 plus 9 plus 8. So, 32?
Yes, you're gonna pass. You're gonna take half of 9, which is 4.
Okay, and this uses up a second and third level spell slot, which means that I should have plenty of spell slots left that I prepared lesser restoration in.
Yeah, I kind of figured. High level
Yeah,
parties
so
cheating the
that-
system.
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of.
Lesser
So,
restoration. Lesser restoration is so good.
Yes, it is. I would know.
How many
I
of
have
those?
like
How many of those
I'm
can
just
you cast?
upset. I'm upset though that Druid doesn't get regular restoration.
Yeah, it's jank. But roll your will save.
will save. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that too. That's better than average roll.
Total?
24.
You go ahead and you try to reinvigorate the spirit within, and it stirs and it fights you the entire time until finally you shove it in and you see a vestige of the angel as it was originally. A throne archon before you says, "My anger is gone. What was of me is now dead. I shall serve you. But shall you turn on your vows? I shall devour you."
I'd have it no other way, but you will not serve me. Together we will serve the world.
Feed me. Awakened weapon. Great. Okay, 2 of them. Hands party legacy weapons. Okay, this will be fine. Party awakens
It's not fine.
weapons. Not fine.
This was a mistake.
I'm not going to give them. I'm not going to give them any more epic things. Party awakens
Yep.
weapons. Thump.
Why the okay, seriously though, why does Druid, like, I'm looking at this. Alchemist, Cleric, Druid, Inquisitor, Paladin, Shaman.
Hey,
Then it's Alchemist, Cleric, Inquisitor, Paladin, Shaman. And then it's just Cleric, Shaman.
I have a question.
I have an idea of why. Before we get to that question,
I mean, at the very least, I can say we have the reason why for at least Inquisitor and Paladin is because they don't go up to 7th level spells.
the reason would probably be divine versus nature. Naturally speaking, restoration might not necessarily be full restoration might not be a natural process, while lesser restoration could arguably be an expedited natural process. Considering what restoration does, you may need help from the gods to do restoration.
Oh yeah, that's actually entirely fair because lesser restoration only does ability scores
Yes.
or ability damage, whereas the other ones can start affecting negative level.
Still upsetting spaghetti because I like druids. Darren, what was your question?
What level is lesser restoration?
2nd level spell.
Cool, I can spell kenning that. So yeah, on day 2, Darren's going to wake up very briefly and just spell kenning lesser restoration. How much can I restore with that?
1d4.
1d4.
Cool. Cool. So, by the way, the other thing I would have put into this was probably spell canning, and that would have been a terrible idea.
Oh, look, you learned a lesson.
I'll do it later.
Why?
that's a
It's being
default.
useful.
No!
Well, I mean, that's the thing. How many things can we pour into this per ritual?
One thing per ritual.
Okay.
So I can't stuff multiple spells together in order to get something else.
Not without chancing extravagant rolls, and you don't want to do that. DM is just saying don't kill yourselves trying to make your legacy weapons fantastic.
Not when we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, do it slowly over time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a smart person.
But
Which
yes,
apparently
Era,
Ix is the only one of.
yeah, Era, it should be pointed out that the Liberty's Blessing I put in, that is that annoying thing that gives people like 17 rerolls against effect.
Yes, I know what it is. Guess what you have as long as the weapon's on your side and doesn't disagree with you now?
Oh, what do I have?
That.
I have a reroll. I have rerolls against on saving throws.
If the weapon is on your side and believes what you are doing is right, which you have to justify to it, you will have a reroll per round for saves.
Neat.
But
Wow.
it has to be on your side because it is an awakened weapon, which means after roll its will save and a bunch of other things, which means you have to roll diplomacy to get it on your side.
Fun.
Good thing
Because
you didn't pour diplomacy in.
Because unfortunately for you, you said we're partners, not servants.
Yep.
So
I
you
I regret
gave it
nothing in
freedom.
that statement.
Yeah. So basically at the beginning of combat, you got to roll a diplomacy, and there will be a DC based on the situation. And if it agrees with you, you get one reroll on a save per round. If it doesn't agree with you, oh, you'll find out.
Something disadvantage looks tame.
It depends on
Oh,
whether
no.
or not it's neutral or doesn't like what you're doing or disagrees.
Weapon. I am ambivalent to this situation.
Yeah, sure, do fucking whatever. Okay, but anyways, I should have, in this case, I should have, yeah, I've got 6 lesser restorations I can cast.
Okay.
How much con damage did I take?
9 divided by 2, so 4.
Okay. Well, I restored 1,
Excellent.
and now I've restored 4.
Cool. I think Minuet's still down. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Darren's still down.
Yeah,
Nice.
Darren and Minuet are still down, but they should have restored by 1 overnight.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Darren needs 3, Minuet needs more than me.
5.
Okay. That didn't even roll. That just slid across the table.
Do the wiggle first.
1.
Woo. And this is on Minuet or Darren?
Yes, this is on Minuet. So you've now restored 3, plus the 1 you restored overnight.
Okay, so I'm down to 2 down.
Okay. Hopefully this one will do it. Yes, it did. It did, in fact, do it.
Appreciated.
Okay, and now Darren, you're down 3.
Yes.
Okay, I believe I've used 5 of these.
Yep, so you got 1 left. Roll high.
I did.
Good.
Yay!
Party restored. Hey, Ix.
Mm,
You want to give up an extra day to do your thing?
1 second.
Or are you just going to shout down below deck, if you're all done stabbing yourselves, we could really use help getting to Big Timber.
Yeah, because this is the day you got lost.
This is why we got lost.
Everybody's downstairs stabbing themselves.
This is how cults start.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Darren has the most frightening cultish weapon, so...
Meanwhile, mine is inhabited by a portion of literal divine being.
A fallen angel. Now devoted to freedom at all costs.
Oh, so it's an Azada.
Yeah.
Well, Viv, you doing the thing or not?
I'm thinking about it.
How
Because
about you?
both feel like good choices to me, Vari.
Do the first one.
Okay.
Darren's gonna take... We'll say that Darren took the wheel on the third day.
Yeah, so I guess Ix is doing this.
Who's your
Oh,
partner,
boy.
X?
Minuet.
Okay, Minuet's your partner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask because it was commanded.
I'm sacrificing my class feature Blood Havoc.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Which is, I'll tell you what it does. It's +1 damage per die rolled for spell focus rules or bloodlines.
So is that the
It's-
thing that makes you do extra damage when you're doing ice spells?
No, that's my trait.
Let me read this specifically because I actually need to read this one. Add 1 point of damage per dice rolled whenever you cast a Blood Ranger or Sorcerer spell that deals damage. This benefit applies only to damaging spells belonging to your schools. You have selected spell focus or blood. Oh, I see. So if it's an ice spell, it gets 1 additional damage as long as it's a sorcerer spell.
It would if I had spell focus. I don't have spell focus, and none of my bloodline specific spells do damage.
I see.
But it's an alternate starting feat for sorcerer. So, and I picked it because I liked it.
Gotcha. What's your intent with this?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Do you need a moment?
Are you gonna...
I may need another drink. Do you need a moment?
Yes.
Okay. We didn't...
I'd only just decided what I was going to sacrifice.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go... I need a drink. Do you want to openly roleplay this, then?
It's
Or-
possible.
You're free to openly roleplay.
Darren just turning on the cruise control for a little bit. Also, that's clearly why we went off course.
You don't keep going up course. I mean, legacy weapons creations, yeah.
Darren just has these dark bags under his eyes at the moment. He is still not fully recovered in every sense of the word. Just don't try to put too much into it.
I know exactly what I'm going to be giving. Nothing as important as...
Uh-huh.
Besides, as the hardiest member of this party, I think I am the one that can take it.
I feel slightly envious of you, but also not.
Also, put out my fort save is also the fucking worst if I'm not in fucking after.
Just Darren using Inkwell as a walking staff.
Ix also looks at her weapon. Also, this is gonna hurt.
I'd swing it for you, but I don't think that's how it works.
No thanks. I got it.
Are you sure?
Gonna bonk self.
Don't worry. I vaguely know what I'm...
Just don't hit yourself in the face, you'll be fine.
You know, I do have 2 large extra prehensile appendages I can to aim.
Just Darren looks at the tentacles for a minute. I wonder if you could imbue those.
I was tempted, but I am entirely unsure of how that would affect this thing, and I'm also not entirely sure I want to find out right.
Oh, no, I didn't mean like tearing them off and feeding them to your weapon. I meant imbuing the tentacles themselves. Also, that would be extremely painful, and I would not suggest it.
I'm aware. I'd probably
Okay.
need something akin to monk training properly. Imagine.
Perhaps. It depends on where the heck we go. Honestly, we would have been more likely to find monks in Serenity L3s. Speaking of going, I should probably go back to piloting the ship, as he begins shuffling back up, leaving a small trail of ink in his wake.
My brain during that conversation was just stuck on the fact that you used the phrase "it would be extremely painful," and now it's going. If I were to pull off those tentacles, would you die?
No, but it would hurt.
I mean, I don't know, is Ixadrass a sea cucumber?
No. She's both much more intelligent and, much more attractive than a. Therefore, entirely different.
That is entirely debatable on that last point.
You sure about that?
I mean, to Darren.
I mean, do you want to bring that up in front of Ixadrass? Or do you at least have some survival instinct?
Darren's ace.
Yes, and I'm asking if you have survival instincts.
Not a sex drive.
Wait,
I mean,
what's-
yes.
what?
One could make, in many cases, a strong argument that the two, in fact, work against one another oftentimes.
Survival instincts and the instinct to breed are two separate things.
Yes.
And are often at odds with one
that's
another.
why I was like, does Darren have survival instincts? Because equating Ixadrass's looks to a sea cucumber implies you have negative 500 in survival.
Which, he has points in survival. Also, none of us know what a sea cucumber is, so there's no reason for him to bring it up.
Also, just on the subject of sea cucumbers, I just have to say, hi, Kevin.
What?
Oh God, Kevin.
I don't know that reference, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Yeah, you probably should.
All right.
Yeah.
That's not anything weird. I just made a SpongeBob joke.
It is a
Oh,
SpongeBob joke.
that would explain why I don't know it.
Yeah, that's a very large number, chat.
Kevin was a sea cucumber.
I mean, I gathered that much.
Hi, Kevin.
I just also never watched SpongeBob.
So, you got an idea of what your intent is with this, or are you just going to blind throw?
Kind of.
Kind of have an intent, or are kind of going to blind throw?
Yes. I have a vague idea of what I'm after, okay?
What is your
What do
vague
you-
idea?
So essentially, I guess what Ix is really going for is a weapon that's she's giving it her blood havoc in the hopes that it'll possibly be something more akin to maybe does more damage on things she has already hit with her sorcerer spells. Or at least
You're trying to like instill a bloodthirst into the weapon.
Yes. If it's something I've damaged already, I guess, either via spells or whatever, perhaps it'll do more damage, or get a bonus, or, I don't know. I mean, it was either that or dump my Intimidate into it,
So you're giving it bloodlust. Got it.
basically.
Okay.
Very,
let's-
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very angry Bloodlust.
Apparently. Go ahead and roll your fortitude save. We'll start there.
Oh
And
boy,
do
I can't
damage to
wait for this
yourself.
fucking... Alright. So I just straight up roll my damage, right?
Yeah, you straight up, you're smacking yourself. You're not dodging. You're probably not going to crit. so there's no reason to roll it, because I would assume you wouldn't intentionally
Ow.
stab yourself bad.
I rolled my attack roll to see, and I didn't.
I mean, it was only 8 damage.
Yeah. And then roll your fort save.
Cool.
I wouldn't have hit myself either. Actually, I'm not
pretty
entirely
sure-
sure I would have hit my AC.
No, you
Actually, I'm
guys,
pretty sure
you
fort's
guys
my
can
worst
avoid
save.
critting yourselves. You don't have to hit yourself somewhere vital.
Where is...
Unless you choose to. That's your own mistake.
Don't roll like shit! And of course, roll like shit.
You can have my
14.
reroll.
Alright, I guess I'll take that.
Wait, this is for the fortitude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's a pass.
6 divided by 2 equals 3. 3 con damage. Wow, the numbers just keep on going down, and I'm kind of disappointed in that. Look at Darren being the, big bold man here. Just dropping them down the table, being like, take him. Go ahead and try.
Ix is instilling her innate bloodlust and anger into the weapon.
Roll will save.
Oh boy, that's actually my best save. 17.
Something about the women on the ship being more strong-willed than the men.
Apparently. Well, here's what I got for you. If your magic has affected the creature, you get +1 damage. Using this weapon, +2 if you use your class ability from Magus to channel a nice spell through it.
Nice.
So not quite as strong, because unfortunately your will wasn't as strong as I was looking for.
I mean, I rolled fucking way below average, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
All right, so removing that.
And then lesser restoration happens, undoing all this
No, not until tomorrow.
the next day. And y'all have legacy weapons.
Yay! I don't think Darren's doing spell research over this week.
No. You're all driving and recovering, because that takes a lot more. Just because the con damage is gone doesn't mean you guys don't feel it. And all of you now have a general understanding of what Dat just did with that compass.
One would actually have to generally assume from the processes that would need to take place that healing magic might hurt as much as the attack that did the damage that is being healed.
Yep. Now, bear in mind also, you have no idea what Dad had to go through to have a majority of his soul taken out versus just a small portion. So,
yeah,
enjoy that mind thought, that the pain and suffering that you guys just went through to imbue your weapons, except for Darren, who knows the compass thing now probably all too well.
Something, Darren being the most empathetic.
The fact that Dad is alive is probably saying something.
Darren's going to make mooncake.
but yeah. So Minuet now has an ominous calaboose of killing intent.
And Cirrus has an awakened Angel Cord or Zyphos. Darren has an Inkwell that may or may not have just awoken.
Caw, motherfuckers.
And Ix has a revenge weapon. Or has an intent weapon as well, technically.
It's just,
An aggravated weapon.
Angie weapon.
Oh, I'm mad at that now.
Something gets hit with magic missile. Ha! You thought, bonk. Man, if only I was proficient in throwing things.
And you guys were worried about going up against a Sierra 25. Ha!
I'm just amused in that I just now have the thing of Ix just magic missiling something and then just yeeting this fucking weapon and after putting return on it.
Something.
God.
What happens when you put magic missile on a weapon?
I put the days left on your calculator, by the way. I think I got it right.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man, that is.
Yes.
If magic missile wasn't such a staple for me, I would absolutely put it in a fucking weapon. Just to see what happened.
So, Viv, just going to state there is a feat that is just called throw anything.
I'm aware.
Also, I rolled a 23 total in order to make mooncake.
But
You
again,
make
I would
mooncake.
but also I would need to, somehow get the return feature on my weapon.
There's a spell for that.
There's spells and various other ways to get it rather than the weapon enhancement.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure that out when we get there because that might
Also-
be really funny.
Also, you're a goddamn magus. Use your arcane pool.
Yeah, you also have that.
Yes, my itty bitty arcane pool. With my 2 levels in Magus.
I mean, an arcade pool is an arcade pool. It's more useful than you think.
I'm aware.
Unfortunately, when it comes to the moon pie, yes, you make moon pie. You do a fairly good job. You have to kind of snipe some of the ingredients and kind of midway it because that apparently hasn't been sneaking out as much. I wonder why in the last city he didn't sneak out and get you guys a bunch of ingredients.
I mean, yeah. Darren's making do with what we got. I also assume mooncake is one of those things that he learned from Minuet's family.
Actually, probably your family.
Really?
Very likely.
But why not Ix's family?
Because
You didn't know
Moon
Ix's family.
dragons.
I mean, look, there's a distinct possibility that Ix and Darren are distantly related.
And while moon pie, they're not the same thing.
Oh, so Ix's family has the moon pies
Yes.
because I'm amused by the fact that the family descended moon cook makes pies.
Look, moon dragons like marshmallow, okay?
I
They
mean,
do.
marshmallows are great.
Ix
Oh,
knows
no.
one recipe. It's how to make those. Congratulations. It is literally the only thing you can cook.
And
This is why you're not allowed to be the ship chef.
this is why she didn't try. She knows what she's good at.
Moon pie.
Better than the rest of you, actually.
No, you learned it from your grandma because your grandmother learned it from a kitsune. That's why. Because your grandma's is also an adventurer, dang it.
That also wouldn't surprise it.
Minuet also knows how to make it, but he knows how to make it different. There might be an argument between the families over whose is better.
Clearly, Darren's. And
Okay,
yes, I know
so-
them's fighting words.
Gotta have some sort of family food.
So we've got 14 days left.
Yes, I believe
Yes.
so. I kind of got raised with the other table, but it was at 20 before you guys got here, so I just counted the days down.
Yep.
Oh.
We will be able to make it to Clearport.
Are you sure? Because that's a ways.
It is
We
a
might
ways.
oughta.
Draw the line now,
we
because
might
you guys
oughta
have
map.
yet to dock.
True.
Go ahead and roll your navigation. Let's make sure you don't epically fail and take you guys off course by accident.
Doesn't Minuet auto succeed navigation?
I don't know if he
Yeah,
does. Oh, he
but-
does? Then
I've got a plus 16 to navigation, so
you're not. You can technically epically succeed and save time. Well, not epically
Okay.
succeed. You can over succeed. Epic would be over 50, and that's when you guys start breaking reality. And you guys are doing enough of that.
Don't worry.
So
there's
bad,
more to
I'll
come.
break reality more. Beats reality with a hammer.
Here's part of my divine spark and my essence. Here's
Okay, so
part of my
26.
tier 1. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do. So we got here. And here. And then I gotta go to here. Wow, you're all like fighting for it. I'm not used to y'all fighting for it. I'm used to just one of y'all doing it. Don't put a line here yet. There we go. Let's go from here. That puts us at 3 to here. Hold up.
One, two, three, 4, 6, 7.
All that did was give me a bird's eye view of the map.
I'm not used to my players doing this. There's more than one hand in the kitchen. I'm just like ah. I'm also
I'm not helping
Nope.
you. I'm not helping draw the lines. I'm just holding up.
Ah. I mean, yes, that will do that. Yes. Let's see, 2 to 2 point. There we go. I've got a bunch of pencils following me. How do I deal with this? How do you fix pencil?
With eraser.
There. Yes, but I can't
So let's
make...
see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wow.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So whatever we need to do in Big Timber, we do quick.
All right.
So docking fees. Low, medium, or high? 3, 5, 7, go.
Medium as usual?
5 it is. 5 silver pieces. I assume 1 day.
Yes. Darren pays this out of pocket.
You guys are trying to sell things, it sounds like, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, we're unloading the shipment of the pallets of metal we got from Sedan.
I need you guys to decide who's rolling the diplomacy roll to hawk it, and who's rolling the percentile.
2 things of brass.
Yep.
Well, the person hawking it has to be either Ix, Darren, or Cirrus.
Minuet can. Minuet has ridiculous diplomacy.
Yeah, I thought Minuet and I were the best diplomacies in the group.
Minuet just drains some diplomacy.
All right.
Not as true diplomacy though,
He can cheat.
because versatile performance.
Oh, is that what you got rid of?
Yeah, I got rid of my old diplomacy. My doing diplomacy the normal way I got rid of.
Yeah, I've got a modifier of 14 for diplomacy.
Which means
I mean,
he technically is screwed if you ever don't have your Bawu.
You see, but that's what
Or a
Ixodress's
wind
intimidate.
instrument.
That's what Ixodress's intimidate is for.
Buy my fucking
Minuet
metal.
has a Minuet has a bawu, a signal horn, and some whistles, all of which are wind instruments.
Don't tempt me, boy. I will fuck you. I'm kidding. Maybe. I might have to start fucking you all.
Okay, so does anyone have a better diplomacy than 14?
22.
yeah, just
Minuet.
So who's rolling the percentiles? Well, Minuet rolls diplomacy.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I have 18 to assist. Or 18 ranks, sorry.
I know, but I'm trying to simplify this for my onies.
Okay. Darren would
33
be...
total.
Oh! 11. Wait, no. 10.
All right, now Darren, you roll percentiles.
Nearly
Nearly
was...
90%.
Yeah.
Beerus,
20.
have a good night or else. Okay.
25.
So take a 40% increase in price from the amount that you bought it at.
Mhm.
Do you need me to find the how much you bought? No, it was 1,000 gold. So
Yep.
40% increase in price means 1,400 back.
Yes.
Cool.
I was hoping the guys would roll a little bit better, but Percentile said no.
It's fine.
They just got a giant shipment in, so you still sell for more, but
Did Darren pay for that out of pocket, or did Cirrus pay for that?
I did not pay for any metal.
it was all Darren.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was a Darren.
Darren was convinced to do the merchant thing.
And considering how much they need, how often most likely they need to repair ships in Clearport as well, I think we could make a good amount of money by buying lumber from here and taking
Yeah,
it with
that's
us to
reasonable.
Clearport.
Like,
Somehow I think that the ships in Clearport tend to get damaged more than other ships.
So 1,000 GP of wood potentially.
hardwood or light?
500 of each.
Okay. Not like it. Well, no, you have to sell them separately. So, yes, 500 of each. That's not going to be difficult.
Alrighty then.
I would probably say that down here in Mikkel Fury, this is something that they're used to seeing, people coming in with metal and leaving with wood.
Yes, they just got a large shipment of metal and they just bought up a whole lot of wood.
Sounds like us last time. Darren looks over at Cirrus. Okay, so where are the druids again?
Aren't the druids in
Aren't you looking for
that?
steroids?
We gave up on the getting the scroll for now thing because it's too damn expensive.
I thought we were gonna try that.
Yeah, like, I thought we were gonna get
Oh.
Hallow. That's part of the reason to stop at Big Timber.
Yeah, I thought you guys were going to try and visit one of the very few cleric outposts out here.
That's the impression I was under.
Oh, I was under the impression that we had completely given up on Hallow until we can get some more money.
How much does it
Oh,
cost?
we can afford the with the scroll. We can't afford the components yet.
So you
I
could
think
pick
was
up
what
this
we.
scroll.
And then just store it until we,
Yeah.
Oh, right. No, it was... Okay, no, I remember where Tygo was going with it, because we were under the impression that it was going to take us long... It was going to take Tygo
We
long
need
enough...
multiple castings of.
Yeah, multiple castings, so we were going to need a lot of gold. And by the time we had that much just gold sitting around, basically, we were probably going to be a high enough level of our Tygo characters cast anyway.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I believe it was like we need 3 castings to cover the entire ship.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like, what, 5 to 6?
No, like more than that. Yeah.
No.
No, it would take like 2 minimum, and there would be some spaces that wouldn't be covered. 3 would cover everything.
Yeah. And it's over 1,000 GP per scroll, and then for the putting in
like
the
5K
what was it?
for
Remove
the
invisibility.
components, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it was prohibitively expensive to do this now, especially when we have a 50K payday just on the other side of the map.
I mean,
technically we have a 50K payday that's also on this side of the map we could do, but that one's not time sensitive.
So let's get some rolls out of the way really quickly. I need 3, specifically 3, piloting checks before I get to do fancy things again.
Pass. High pass. It's almost 30.
Almost, but not quite.
And also almost. So all good passes.
Fantastic.
Even though it got very close to a 1 on there at one point.
I'm aware.
Y'all have 3 days again. Dat is cooking meals again. Finally, it seems to have taken him a while to recover this time. It's like being so close to the place draining you is a bad thing. Y'all have 3 days. Do you want to do anything particular with these 3 days?
I mean, Ix is using her very little spare time to continue learning spells.
Yep. Understood.
And with this day, I have
Minute's
just finished
working
one.
on a
Yep, and we'll discuss.
distributor.
Yep. That particularly is going to be very complex, so it's going to take you a while. I'm sorry, Minuet.
Wow, I failed
That's
all
fine.
3 research checks.
Because I have an idea of what you're trying to do with it, but I need to clarify, and I'm also too tired to try and figure it out. Cirrus, anything in particular?
She's going to be spending this time having a bit of a conversation with Umbariel. Just getting to know her weapon.
Yep, her weapon's an interesting case because she seems to have a lot of anger issues. Roll a diplomacy. Let's see if you get her backstory officially.
25.
Let me just do a false roll for her. I'm calling it a false roll because I don't have stats for her yet.
What you mean, this thing you didn't know was going to become an NPC until like 30 minutes ago?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good diplomacy. Okay. With the natural 20, you are going to get to know her, but on a base level.
I didn't
Like-
get a natural 20. I got a
No.
total of a 25.
She did.
Oh,
So she's going to learn more about you than you learn about her. You learn the equivalent of what's your favorite pizza? What's your favorite movie? She's digging deeper than you are. Currently. She is an angel. I'm just going to assume she has a ridiculous diplomacy.
this is reasonable. They are
After
beings
all-
of incredible will.
She did technically trick an entire town into using her power to manipulate time so that way she could roost and hopefully feed off the planet. But you don't know her backstory yet. Cool. Discussing Afari. Done. Okay.
Darren just sitting and pondering over his desk with Inkwell just sitting there watching.
X will receive a terminal call that she can't respond to because she doesn't have a terminal.
Yet.
Those are
Alright, I need to add that
expensive.
money.
Yeah, they're 10k a piece, but there's a reason why they're 10k a piece, damn it.
I mean, Ix is a quarter of the way there.
Yep. The message goes, this is the Lure Bank authorities. When you get a chance, can you call us? Your father has gone missing, and we'd like to know more details if possible. My name is Rathmew.
Wrath what now?
Rathmew. Officer
Rathmew?
Rathmew. Rathwmew.
That's what I thought it was.
You're welcome.
Rescue. Lamau.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
You would be correct.
Oh no, it's fucking catfolk.